Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, hitting you with two videos tonight. I had the one before. Go check that out if you didn't get a chance, in which it was entitled, Is Tonight Darvin Ham's Last Game as Coach of the Los Angeles Lakers? And no, ladies and gentlemen, it is not. Is Darvin off the hook? Nope. Are the players off the hook? Nope. But we got the win against the Los Angeles Clippers, and we absolutely needed that win, and we got it. And the Lakers showed a lot of grit, some energy, some bonehead plays, and some resolve. A lot of things to cover tonight. A lot of things I liked about what they did. There are actually some things I liked that Darvin did, some things I didn't like so much that Darvin did. There were some things I really liked that D'Lo did, some things I really didn't like that D'Lo did, and there were a lot of things I liked about what Christian Wood did, and only a few things I didn't like about what Christian Wood did. Same for AD. Braun, no complaints tonight. And LeBron came out the gate, decided early and often he chose violence and said, I'm going to make them feel me early and often in this game. I understand he can't do this every night, but he sensed tonight was one he needed to do so, and he did so. So shout out to LeBron James, man. That dunk was nuts. Reminds me of that one he did in the Sacramento game. I forgot the player he did it, but it was like an awkward kind of like just you know what I mean? It wasn't like flying above the rim, but it just like Statue of Liberty, just bang, you know what I mean? And we needed a play like that, man. We needed a performance like that. And for the first time in a while, AD wasn't the best player on the floor. And AD had a good game. But I kept thinking, like, wake up, AD, wake up, AD. But the Clippers were just doing such a great job of doubling him on the catch or even the entry. And AD was struggling with the double team. And the Lakers were struggling with getting shots out of that double team. But he's still able to put up some points. He still was able to be effective to the tune of, let's see, what did AD finish up with? I think like 22. Yeah, there it is. 22 points, 10 rebounds. He was a -4, though, because, again, that double team. But he got out to a little bit of a slow start, got going there a little bit. The story of the game tonight was actually the turnovers. If the Lakers had 19 turnovers, the Clippers had 14. That was pretty much the game. From three-point range, the Clippers shot 37.8, the Lakers 37.9. Clippers made three more of them, though. Clippers shot more free throws. But the reality was just those turnovers. So the Lakers limited their turnovers as they would have won by like 10 points. So the way they attacked this game, their defense, their rebounding, the things they were doing, situations. And the Lakers had a lot of loud buckets tonight, loud stops, loud rebounds, loud blocks. They did. And when they get loud, and they have those loud moments, those lead to loud wins. And tonight, the Lakers got a loud win, a much-needed win. And Darvin Ham, while I didn't, in my heart of hearts, probably didn't think he was going to get fired no matter what happened tonight. There was always a chance, right? And he lives to see another day, to fight another day. And we'll see what happens to them moving forward. You know, like I said, there were some things he did good in this game. There were some things not so good. I didn't love starting Cam. I didn't love having Cam in there I understand he hit those 2 threes, but all those fumbles, man, and just killing momentum and killing possessions. God bless Cam, man. He's out there. He's trying. He's just not a very good NBA player. He's just not. And at some point, see, the problem is I get Darvin's philosophy is that he wants guys out there to guard their wings. And the whole time we couldn't beat the Clippers those years and all those games was because we didn't have the wings to guard their wings. So when he's looking over there, he's like, okay, I don't have really someone else I can put on them with his length, with his defense. It isn't just a popcorn machine on defense. Max Christie played great tonight. He's not as good a defender as Cam, but he's better offensively. He's probably more well-rounded than Cam. But Cam in the last game against the Clippers was effective, and he was bothersome to those guys. Even though they got points, there were moments where he bothered them. So Darvin is trusting him on those wings. But the problem is, man, he just gives you nothing offensively. If you're just going to, I understand he hit those 2 threes, but if you're going to trust a guy out there to play defense, it's not going to give you offense. I'd rather have Vando because he gives you rebounds. And Christian Wood, now see, here's the thing about Christian Wood. And I understand a lot of people are screaming, play Christian Wood. I think they should play Christian Wood too. But did you see the way Christian Wood started the game today when he came in? All that energy, all that effort, not just standing in the corner. There was that one possession where he got the ball basically on the left wing, got the ball, pump faked it, went in and got a loud dunk, came back, got a loud block, a loud rebound, and then D'Lo's dumbass turned the ball over. But it was 4 plays, because there was something else before that. 4 plays in like a stretch of 30 seconds where Christian Wood imposed his will on the game. Those are the good things I liked about Christian Wood. Then he had a couple of moments out there where he was just kind of just flaying his arms around, trying to get fouls instead of going after and jumping for the rebounds like he was early in the game. He got pulled out for it, and they put him back. But the reality is they only had one big out there, and it was going to be tough to have him out there with AD to finish the game when those wings were out there. Paul George was cooking. Something happened to Kawhi there. They benched him, basically, pulled him out, and Darvin pulled guys out, put Vando in there for his defensive rebounding, and it was just a weird kind of end of the game. There, the Clippers burned a timeout way too early. They messed up after they had that challenge. They lost their challenge, lost the timeout, and the assistant coach didn't update the timeout board clearly, so they used the timeout. Final timeout with like 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. That most likely, even though Norman Powell got a great look at the end of that game, that ball rimmed in and out. Lakers did not use the foul they had to give, which could have cost them, but it didn't. But that timeout there for the Clippers, even though Powell got a great look and got the shot up, maybe if they get a timeout, maybe someone else gets the ball. Maybe Paul George has that ball there. Maybe you're in a position where the Lakers draw a foul on that three-point attempt. The play before where Harden hit that three and D'Lo just very pedestrian out there, standing kind of with his arm out from his body, like not vertically, but like, to his left instead of being in front of him with his hand up because he didn't want to foul a three-point shooter, and Harden hit that three. So there's some things, like I said, I didn't love, but I love the fact that we got the win against the Clippers. I love the fact that we're 2-0 against them. I love the fact that we finally have the wings to contend with them and beat them, not only now, but in the playoffs if we match up against them. Because do we call it Clipper Nation? I'm going to call it the Clipper Projects. The Clipper Projects. We're talking trash leading up, saying what y'all wearing to the funeral, this, that, and the third. Oh, be ready. And then, and to be fair, they've been playing like one of the best teams in the league. We've been playing like one of the worst teams in the league. And the Lakers came in, stood on business, and handled their business. And shout out to LeBron James for leading by example. I'm still not loving the way he's kind of holding the team together through all the controversy, but he led by example tonight. And shout out to him. He was incredible. And I don't know how often we're going to be able to get this from him out the gate of games, but he knew we needed it today. He gave it to us today. Shout out LeBron James, man. But good team win, man. That 3-point by Taurean Prince, man. He had 2 big free throws. Austin coughed up 1 free throws. One thing about Austin, man, he wasn't great tonight, but and one thing I didn't love about what Darvin did was that he had D'Lo and Reeves together again in that fourth quarter when they had the 10-point lead. They gave up the lead. It's still not working without Vando out there, my guy. You got to have Vando out there. So my thing was Austin Reeves, until he learns that he does not have to sag off of shooters to help on AD's side, he does not get back to shooters in time. He's so scared he's going to get burned off the penetration that he gives them too much space for the shot. And what happens is you get back there, you cannot close out in time. And by the time you even get a hand up, they've already got the catch. Their feet are set. Their fingers are spread. They got the lift, snap the wrist, and it's already in the air. So at that point, you're not disturbing an NBA jump shooter who is capable of making shots. Austin Reeves needs to do a better job of staying attached to his man. Take away angles, but stay attached to your man. Stop being so worried about being cooked off the dribble. We'd rather have penetration than a three-pointer. Stay in your man, Austin Reeves. Come on now. Now, shout out to everyone who's in the building, man. After my little monologue there, appreciate y'all for pulling up on a Sunday night. I know a lot of people are going live right now after this Laker win. Like I said, happy to get the win. I'm not gonna go over here and celebrate like we're out of the doghouse yet. Like Darvin's gonna be loved by the city again, or this roster is perfect again. It's not, but I will absolutely take this win tonight. I'm excited about it. Maybe they can build on this. Maybe they can find some things that worked within this game. Maybe Christian Wood will realize that if he enters the game with energy and intent, that his minutes will go up. Maybe D'Lo will realize that if he gets a shot going, he's going to get more minutes, be more effective, but he's got to limit those turnovers. Taurean Prince has been solid for me all season. I know some people don't like him, but 13 points today, 3 of 6 from 3, 2 assists, 2 clutch free throws. Great wing defense out there. Shout out to Taurean Prince, man. I know people have been hating on my guy all year. Got the guy for $4.9 million. Shout out to Taurean Prince, man. So shout out to y'all for being in the building here. We got Dante. What's good, family? First, I'm here with the corner, drawing outline chalk where PG was. Yeah, that was a body bag, certified body bag, man. Shout out to LeBron James for that. Festo, yes, sir. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, bro. Big baby. Let's go. This is a big time win. It was a good win. Big time win. It was a good win in January. Like I said, I wasn't over here. My thing was just everything that was going on with Darvin and all this. But to me, like I said, this was just a game in January, bro. So like as far as calling this like season turning or anything like that. The Lakers got bigger problems than the Clippers. The Lakers need to get their house in order. Great win. Love the win. Love the win. But like I said, as far as I'll give me this win in April, May, or June. But I love this win. Love the win for sure. Bloodhound, what's good, man? He said, I'm here too. Thank you for pulling up, Bloodhound. What's going on? Thank you for pulling up. Salute to you again, Dante. Appreciate you. Laker familiar. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Absolutely. Greg Stewart, what's going on? What's good, Jeff? Today was a good day. The Lakers and the New York Football Giants won. I will sleep well tonight. Yeah, man, my New York Football Giants got a good win tonight, man. Beat the Philadelphia Eagles, but they gave the division to the Dallas Cowboys. I'm kind of torn on that, but they played who was in front of them. They beat who was trying to win. They almost beat the Rams, who was trying to win. And shout out to my New York Giants, man, for getting back-to-back games of excitement, maybe giving us something to look forward to next year, if and when we can get a quarterback up in there. But outside of that, yeah, man, what a good day, man. Good day. I'm not Angie. I see her down there. I'll get you in a second, Angie. I know Angie in here, her Packers won tonight, though, so that's exciting. That Bills game, man. The Bills, if they lost that game, they were out of the playoffs, right? And they won it. And they won the division. That's crazy. That's crazy. Also, the whole Belichick stuff, man. I hope he's not done with the Patriots, man. I don't want to see that, man. I don't want to see that. Angie B, hello. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Anytime my team beats the Clippers and Bears, I feel good. There you go. Absolutely. That was a good day for you. Good Sunday for you, man. Absolutely good Sunday for you. Welcome to the best in the game, Mr. Search and Destroy, the mod father of all mods here, man. The mod God, man, working heavily tonight on all these Laker channels, putting in work, the best in the business. I'm blessed to have him. I'm blessed to still have him, even though he's getting all this work, man. So shout out to you. Shout out to you, Search, man. I know you got a gang of channels, but you still show up every night, show support. Greatly appreciate you, man. Who else we got up in here? We got Torian Prince. Fresh. He's in the press conference and here at the same time. Who needs the king when you have a prince? I'm telling you guys been a little too hard on Mr. Prince all season, man. I get that he's had some moments where he's not scoring. I understand that, but he competes on defense, man. We need him for games like this when a team has all those wings. We need him for a game like this, man. And he played great tonight. You know what I mean? He scored, he defended, like he hit clutch free throws. He did great things tonight, man. Good game at Torian Prince. Thank you for taking the time joining the world famous Empire Jeff TV. World famous, man. I think I'm locally famous, locally halfway known, right? So, but yeah, this was about pride. Purple, yellow, set. That's what's up. And yeah, like I said, it doesn't solve our long-term problems. We still got some things to work out. This roster still needs some tweaks, still needs some help. They got to figure out the Darvin Ham situation one way or another. They all got to get on the same page. They got to put this behind them. And hopefully this is at least a jolt in the right direction of beating a team that, make no mistake about it, this Los Angeles Clipper team came in smelling blood, was acting like, oh, okay, maybe we're going to put them out of the misery tonight. We're going to put them down like dogs is what they thought. They legitimately thought that. And then, like, what just happened? They just beat what? Yeah, man. That's what happened. And you know what? It's been a while. It's been a while since we was able to do this, but But I had to bring that back one time because it's been a while since I could drop that one. So, but anyway, shout out to the Clippers and the run they've been on, but you weren't on that run tonight. We got y'all, man. So he was talking all that mess, all them LeBron James hater support groups seeking refuge in Clipper colors over there, and then it was real quiet tonight. The best part about it, you know what I loved about it tonight, y'all? What I loved about it, because these Clipper refugees just make me laugh, bro. The Clipper projects just make me laugh. The thing about the Clippers, man, is they can't even blame it on the refs tonight. They shot more free throws than us. You can't blame it on the refs tonight. You can't. That's the best part about it, man. Absolutely, Serge. If new, please subscribe and welcome to your Laker family. Please like the video if you have not done so already. Like I said, it goes a long way to help the channel. Subscribe if you have not done so. About 30% of our viewers who watch every single night have yet to subscribe. So appreciate it if you did that. Also, go and join the team via membership. We got the mini mid-level, the mid-level, and the full mid-level. We got some member-only videos and some giveaways coming soon. So go ahead and join the channel and become a member. 22 likes on the video right now. Over 40 people in the building. Come on now. It's free. Like the video. Tap that like video. Thumbs up on the video, man. Come on. I'm doubling up 2 videos today. Gave you some content earlier. giving you some more content today. Have some Dodger content coming too, because man, I told y'all what was coming over there. We got him today. So got a video for that tomorrow, because it's Laker Day today. But yeah, if you haven't done so already, please like the video. It would be greatly appreciated. And like I said, subscribe if you have not done so already. Appreciate those who have done so already and who will do so in the future. JSJ, what's going on? I was screaming, call a timeout during the game. Here's the thing, though. This is what I talk about narratives, right? This is what I talk about narratives. There was a couple of things that Darvin that are his fundamental and his beliefs. One, he likes to save his challenges and have at least 2 timeouts for the final minute, for the final 2 minutes, right? So he had 2 timeouts for the final 2 minutes tonight. The Clippers did not. He did go ahead and use a challenge that was unsuccessful. Christian Wood came screaming for it, begging for it. He backed him up. He gave it to him. Although I don't think he should have. Obviously, they lost it because, like the great Stu Lance said, and I think it's important, and that is you can't just look at where the ball was blocked. You got to look at the body. You got to look at the other arm. You got to look at all these things. And I rewinded it right away. I was like, oh my God, that's a foul. But he backed up his player there. That maybe a little sign of, he gave more minutes today, gave maybe that little nudge of a reconnector. I don't know. But still a bad challenge by Darvin, at the end of the day in doing so. But he did have the 2 timeouts there. He did make some substitutions at the end, swapping people in and out of there. I do like some of the, like I said, some of the things he did today. He did get Cam out of there after that one fumble. When Christian Wood was out there fraying his arms around over there, he pulled him out. He talked to him on the sideline. Christian Wood nodded his head. And so there was communication. At the end of the game, when Darvin was calling up a play out of the bounds, the guys were sitting there looking at the clipboard. People were, the only person that wasn't was D'Angelo, who wasn't in on the play. He was off behind there talking to DeMari Carroll. But outside of that, they were all there right there. So but like I said, I saw something in this game. I don't know if you guys caught this, and I thought this is what frustrates me about D'Lo, because again, like Stu Lance said, it takes him to hit one and he can get going, right? He hit that 1-3, comes back, hits another, then hits another shot, right? And he's got it going. And he does all these things that can turn a game around. He's had so many moments where he goes on these little like half-quarter runs and literally can catapult the team to a win with that stretch, right? But then he does the stuff with just those lazy turnovers or that lazy defense, and it just frustrates you. It's not enough. But what D'Lo, this is another time he did something earlier in the game. He's so smart, though. That's what frustrates me about the turnovers. At that point where the Lakers had the ball and they had to get the ball, those sessions where Austin Reeves and the ball goes out of bounds and they got to bring it in, and he's running to every single ref asking how much time is left on the 8-second violation. And he's like 5, and he goes up to every one of his teammates, reminds them that it's 5 seconds, to the point where he did it so much to all the players that the Clippers wanted to challenge that amount of time left on the clock, right? So they're like, no, there's a little huddle, they got it going, and all that. But D'Lo, like I said, taking that and going over and telling every one of his teammates about the time to get the ball across half court was important. And these are the things he does. He is a smart ball player, but he does stupid stuff, and it drives me nuts, man. Hey, Tazel, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, bro. Nice to send the Clippers back to school tomorrow morning with a little whipping and no juice in their lunchbox. Absolutely. But one thing they will have is a ton of backpacks, because dudes got crates filled up of Los Angeles Clipper backpacks that they tried to give away to all LAUSD, and the kids were like, they left them on the playground, y'all. They left them on the playground. Nobody wanted them. So there's plenty of backpacks. You need some backpacks, hit up the LAUSD, man. They got tons of Clippers backpacks out there, man. Greg Stewart said, we need to work on those turnovers. That dunk on PG was a team wake-up call, saying I'm 39. What are y'all going to do? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. LeBron went out there and led by example tonight. That's what you'd love to see. But yeah, the turnovers, 19 turnovers is too many. I said in the first half when they had 10, I'm like, they cannot get 10 in the second half. They got 9, which is not great. Might as well definitely didn't want 10. That could have cost the game, but that's too many. Clippers having 14. But there was a point where the Clippers started getting a bunch of turnovers, and the Lakers hadn't had a turnover in a while. And then they were just turning it over left and right and letting the Clippers back in the game. And they end up with the 19 turnovers. But they got to work on that. I'm like, this game was like, it was kind of like blow for blow between everyone doing everything out there, man. So it was just a problem to get rhythm. That's why they can get great separation. They'd get up at like 6, then they turn the ball over to the Clippers, who did it 3, then they go back up like 5 or 6, and then 8, and the Clippers hit it 3, then they went up 10. Clippers hit a couple threes, and then some putbacks, and there were just things that were happening out there. They couldn't get above that 10 point. Like if they would have stretched that out to 15, I think I think the Clippers would have laid down at that point. But they couldn't get there, and I kept tweeting like, no lead feels safe, because the way the Clippers shoot threes and the way the Lakers defend threes, I was just like, this isn't safe. And even at the end, when Powell got that off, man, that joint was in, man. It just came out, man. It was just, man. And shout out to Norm Powell. I'm over here looking like Lou from Raising Canaan, man. Man. Okay, what's we got to put in here? Shan Music, what's good, bro? D'Lo needs to go realize he's too streaky, but I'd rather he bring his value up. D'Lo's value is fine. Don't listen to what people are telling you. His contract has value. I promise you this. They choose, if they do indeed choose to move him instead of Rui for whatever reason, his contract will absolutely have value. I promise. Let's see. Controversial man. Seems like you don't hate the Clips as much as Dan. Funny enough, Dan let a Clip fan on phone call Friday. Yeah, no. Again. I don't hate anybody. I don't even hate the Celtics, bro. To be honest with you, I don't hate them. I love beating them and I hate losing to them. But I respect them. Like I said, this is sports to me, man. It's competition. It's fun. I talk my trash. I talk my ish. But at the end of the day, hate. I don't got a lot of hate in my heart, man. So like for me, they annoy me. Some of their fans, I just like the way they go about their business. But outside of that, hate the Clippers. No, I don't hate the Clippers. I hate losing to them and hearing the nonsense. I love beating them. Same thing. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate any team. I don't hate any player. That's just not how I operate. But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean I'm over here like bigging them up. Like I give the Clippers credit when credit is due. And when they wet the bed, please believe, I'm going to remind them of that too. Because like I said, those Clipper refugees, the Clipper projects, they run heavy. They was walking around talking funeral mess today, man. How'd that funeral go? Yo, you know how much a funeral costs? They paid for a funeral for someone that's not dead. Ooh, man. Shout out to you, Clipper Projects, man. Shout out to y'all, man. That's crazy. Not gonna lie, Russ on this team would be nice. Off the bench as a spark guy, and a second unit struggles because we don't have a playmaker. Rui, Wood, Prince, Max needs a guy to pass them the ball. You know, it's funny. I kind of been saying that controversial. I said Russ would be perfect for this team, but they had to move his $47 million and able to get a team, right? So he would be solid for this team. That's why he was solid on the Clippers, because they had the shooters, they had the depth. The Lakers didn't have depth when Russ was here, and it was a lot to have him play the role he was playing. He brought effort out there, but it just wasn't working. It was frustrating, and he had to get moved. But I agree with you absolutely. He would fit nice on this team, man. We got MD. What's going on? Thanks for pulling up, my bro. Thanks for pulling up. Great win by our Lakers. Off topic. Your thoughts on Dodgers signing Teoscar Hernandez? Yeah, man. I heard that was done Thursday night. I started putting stuff out there this morning before it happened on Twitter X, because I knew it was done. And my Dodger sources are airtight, bro. Like airtight, stronger than the Lakers, stronger than but airtight. So I knew that, and they're not done, y'all. They're not done. More's on the way. When I said this morning, I said a couple of nights ago that the Dodgers are cooking. Get ready. And then I said this morning, y'all gonna be happy. Trust me. And then they're like, who? I'm like, it's not my news to break, because it wasn't. And I was like, don't worry, it's coming. And they're like, in January. I'm like, soon, like any minute. And then it happened. And people starting to believe me now. I'm like 5 for 5 on the Dodgers thing. And I'm not reading a crystal ball, man. I'm not. Part of me is knowing the business, knowing the game. I do have predictions, which helps me get to reaching out these stories and getting feedback on it. But yeah, like I'm not playing around when it comes to the Dodgers this year, man. Trust. If you haven't already, make sure to check out my Dodger coverage, because, bro, your boy is going to bring it. Promise. But I love it, man. Power bat out there in right field. Going to be a nightmare for Atlanta's left-handed pitching. We needed that because of that. Going to help neutralize those left arms over there. Help balance out our heavy left-handed lineup. And they're not done. Arms are on the way. That's all I can say right now. See, Wood. There you go, my guy. Chris, the graphic god, my Court King's brother. What's good, man? What a game. And shout out to my brother Chris for this Battle of LA background up here, man. The graphic god, the best there was. Appreciate you, bro. Jeff, I told you to ask her. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Great pickup, man. Great pickup. This is why they did not trade for Randy Arozarena, because they were working on this. They're saving their prospects for in the season deals. Or another arm right now. It's coming down. I'm not gonna drop it right now. I'm gonna wait till the Dodger video. Juan Valverde, what's going on, my guy? YTF did Ham bench Woods? Woods was getting every rebound. That's the reason we was winning. Because at the end, they needed guys to guard wings. They started picking them apart to get back in that run there. And Christian Wood was struggling to get rebounds. He was trying to draw fouls, and had a couple of possessions where he let them get second chance points because he was trying to draw fouls, and they just couldn't get coverage on the wings, and they wanted Austin in there, and they couldn't have Austin and D'Lo in there. They needed wing coverage at the end of the day. They could, at the end of the, why am I saying at the end of the day so much? Sorry. But Juan, they were comfortable with letting them Zoo beat them with twos versus Paul George, Kawhi, Harden, and Powell killing us from three. So they made a decision to go with more wings and more perimeter coverage, and they won the game because of it. So I get it. Christian Wood was great to help us get the win. But at the end of the game, I'm not tripping on him not being out there because we needed absolute perimeter and wing coverage. They weren't going to be dumping the ball in the Zoo at the end of the game on design plays. You got to put back there, or you got to play on a scramble at the end for 2 points. But they're not going to go to Zoo nonstop at the end of a game. They're going to be going to their wings. So the Lakers needed guys out there that can guard the wings. Now, when you're playing a guy like KD, who's kind of like the lone wing out there, puts the ball on the floor, has got the length, can get to the basket, then you shade them with those two guys. You're going to see Christian Wood get heavy closeout minutes against a team like Phoenix and a guy like KD. But against Kawhi, Paul George, Harden, and Powell, even though Kawhi went to the bench for about 2 minutes there, they felt they were more comfortable with having wings out there. And I actually agree with that, especially because Christian had stopped getting all those rebounds, was trying to draw fouls, and those guys were just moving the ball around the perimeter too much. They had one big out there. AD should have owned that rebounding battle against Zoo. That is on AD. We'll see what's going on, my guy. Wood deserves to be in the rotation, and he is. He is in the rotation. And he will be in the rotation. If he enters the game like he did tonight with that energy and effort, he's going to get more and more minutes. Promise you that. But Christian Wood, if he's honest with himself, when he gets on the floor, he hasn't been doing that every time. So that's been the knock on Christian Wood his whole career. That's not just in the Lakers, guys. That's been the knock on Christian Wood. It's why he got a minimum contract. This is not new. He's done that. And the Lakers knew that going in, which is why they didn't offer him a mid-level or a mini mid-level or the biannual exception. They didn't offer him any of that. And then they got him on the minimum. But Christian Wood could help this team win games. He could help them go further in the playoffs. I love Christian Wood's ability to add to this team. And I was the one saying before the season even started that he could add to this team defensively. And people said I was tripping. I said his rebound and defense is probably going to be more important than his offense for us. And people thought I was tripping. Now people want him to play for those reasons. And they're still not listening to what I'm saying. So that's the funniest part about it. Let's see here. Bloodhound, Jeff, I told you Teoscar would be a good match for the Dodgers. You did, Bloodhound. You did. I'm excited we got him. I knew that he'd be a good fit. I've wanted him. I was talking about him last season. I felt all along we had a strong chance on him. I didn't know the dollar amount, and I knew that there was another team that didn't get leaked on him that was heavily in and then pivoted. And then when I found out Thursday that basically Boston wasn't gonna go big on him. 2-year deal, about $28 million they offered, and they kind of disappeared at the end. I knew Thursday night the Dodgers had him. Pretty much was all done. They were just working out deferrals, and it came out today. But that deal was essentially done on Thursday. Lakers win, Flippers lose, Warriors lose, Suns lose. Good day. Absolutely a good day. Thanks for pulling up, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I want Sexton, Olynyk, and Dunn for. Done. Those three are everything we need to take this team to the next level. There's not really a shooter in there. Olynyk can make shots. Sexton can make shots, but they're not a shooter. Neither. Dunn is a pretty good defender, a really good on-ball defender, point of attack defender. So that is good balance. I like this one. I like the Chicago one with this one wouldn't be bad, but Caruso, Drummond, and Carter, I would really love just for the flexibility of the money. I would really love that one. Greg, what's going on? Ham's job was saved for a while. Guys, I really don't believe he was going to get fired today no matter what. But per Wojnarowski, like I said, the Lakers are happy with him. The Lakers have no plans to do anything with him. Darvin himself said that at the presser at the game before the Grizzlies, said he's solid. He spoke to them. They're good. They gave him reassurance. Like I said, these sources chasing clicks versus the ones who are actually in the organization and doing it, I'm probably going to listen to them for right now. You never really know what could happen, but and you got to understand, there's people going so far down that fire Ham train that they can't turn back now. They can't turn back now. There's no way they can. They got to stand on that, right? So even if the Lakers win 5 in a row, they're still going to say it's not because of Darvin. Like, you got to understand that. Not that tonight was because of Darvin, but you got to understand, people are so invested on anti-Darvin talk. They've gone too far to go back. So you're never going to convince them. You're never going to get them back on board. It's not going to happen. Like I said, I've been saying all year, I don't think he's going to get fired. I still don't think he's going to get fired this year. If he does, I'll admit I was wrong. I don't have to be right. There's a lot of guys that have to be right and they just won't pivot back. They just won't. They're too far gone in that direction because they have to be right. And me, I don't care. Like, that's just how I feel. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Let's see. Down the wire. What's going on, Eric Quan? Thanks for pulling up. Absolutely. Down to the wire. Great game. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't convinced they were going to pull it out. Even they had a 10-point lead, I was like, man, no lead is safe. I don't feel this lead is safe in this game. The Clippers got it back, and the Lakers pulled away. So shout out to them, man. After the game, the guys looked pissed even after the win. I assume the chemistry is bad. There's some bad juju going on. Yeah, because controversial. They know that this game doesn't solve a problem. They got to win. They got to win at home, and it doesn't take away the losses that they got to the Heat and the Grizzlies. So they understand that one win, even if it's against the Clippers, who are at full strength, by the way, with their full rotational players, even a win against them, they're still frustrated because that is only their second win in 14. The fourth win in 14 games. This solves nothing. Like nothing is magically fixed. They won one basketball game. They need to win. They need to win like 5 out of 7, 7 out of 10. 12 of the next 15 before you start seeing like some steady smiles over there. And they also know that some of them are going to be gone. So you got to understand, man. So there's a lot of things that come into that. There's a lot of guys who think that they got their families asking them, are we going to be here? The kids asking them, do we got to change schools? Some of the guys, when they get traded, they don't move their family mid-season. They're like, man, I'm about to be without my family for months. And it's like, there's a lot of pressure going on over there, man. It's tough. Basketball gods rewards us for playing hard-nosed basketball. Absolutely. We'll see. When the Lakers, Dan said it best tonight in his post game. Shout out to Dan, the Laker fan, man, the GOAT. He said it best. Like when we fight, we can beat anyone. When we bring the grit, when we bring the fight, we bring the tenacity, we can beat anyone. Even in a game when we had 19 turnovers, we can beat anyone. Even in a game when we were when we gave up more free throw attempts than we had. We can still win if we fight. If we play with grit and we fight for the win, we can absolutely win against anyone. And that is an absolute fact. DJ, what's going on, my guy? 60 Cent. Pausing his workout over here to salute you on the chat, man. Go ahead and head over to Lakers in 5. Sub up to DJ if you haven't done so already. You most likely have. But salute to you, DJ. Hope you have a good night. If you're working tonight, drive safe, my guy. This is the energy we need every game. Absolutely. The energy we need every game, the start we need to every game. Because here's the thing. Great energy and work ethic and fight can overcome mistakes. So when you do that, you cause other teams to make mistakes. Now, the Clippers had 14 turnovers, which is little. You probably don't want to have in more than 12 to 13. So 14 is right there. But they still got them to 14. And when you play hard and you get out there, you also earn the refs' respect. You know what I mean? And they typically favor the aggressor. But tonight they didn't get paid. They didn't get rewarded with a ton of free throws. But it's okay. Just make that a habit. That one of the biggest problems, or the biggest problems for this Laker team, is that energy. If they start games with this energy, I don't care who's coaching them. I don't care who's on the floor. If you got Bron and AD and anyone else, if that energy is there, we're gonna play great. And when it's not, we won't. And it's as simple as that. Why was Kawhi out at the end of the game? They benched him. He wasn't sticking to coverages. He wasn't. I don't know if he got hurt, but I know I saw Ty Lue shaking his head at him a couple times. But they pulled him out for about 2 minutes. Part of me thought so when they took that timeout and they messed up on their timeout count, I don't know if they were upset because they had to burn their last timeout after using it, or if they had to do it to get the Kawhi out the game because something happened. I don't know if anything happened there. It was odd. I'm not going to say that he flat out got benched or punished and sat down because he was ineffective. It looked like Ty Lue was shaking his head at him, and it looked like there was something going on there, but he may have just been frustrated because maybe something happened, like injury-wise. Something happened. He said, I need out for a second. I don't know. But it was an odd time. They used their final timeout. I think it was like 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. That's a long time left in an NBA basketball game that's close. And a game that is probably going to need free throws, and you took him out. So I was feeling like something happened to him, but I jumped on, like I was watching Dan's live, then I jumped on here. I've been seeing Laker post-game coverage, but I haven't seen anything about anything pertaining to Kawhi directly. So if anyone knows what happened, I don't know for sure. I just saw Ty Lue shaking his head. So I don't know if he was upset with him or if he was just frustrated because he asked out because he was hurting or something happened. I'm not entirely sure. Dan Brady, what's good, man? Salute to you as well. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate the continued support. Saw you on here earlier too. Thank you. Raul Salazar, thank you for pulling up. Lakers finally win. Absolutely, man. We needed this win. Like I said, that's our fourth win in 14 games, though, man. They need to turn this around. They need to keep going. That's why you don't see them out there getting too high, getting too low. Well, getting low, but I'm talking about getting too high after this win because this is nowhere near the end of their struggles, right? So it's nowhere near. It's a great win. It's a good win, solid win in January, but they need to reel off some winning streak here. You know, they need to get going. It's a good game to build off of. It's a good game to build your defense off of. Keeping the Clippers to 103 points, in which they had their entire roster. They've been lighting up the league, and you held them to 103. You only scored 106, but you held them below that. So you can hold your hat on that. The fact that a team that has just been lighting up the world for about a month now, I think they lost 3 games total in December, and you came in and you held them down and you beat them. And you were without, you didn't have Rui. Obviously, Gabe Vincent is out. You were undermanned, and you still got the win against a full team. You beat them twice now. So you can build off of this, and I think they will, but they've got a lot more to do before we're out of this. Was it me or Braun played good defense tonight? He plays good D on Kawhi too. LeBron committed to use energy tonight, full and full, like full out. You could see it. He committed to guarding Kawhi aggressively. He committed to shooting the gap. There was one play though where Braun he was trying to come help over with Austin too much, and then it caused a little bit of a mix up there, and it got Taurean Prince had to run out and hit Norm Powell on that 3-point attempt because Braun didn't trust Austin one-on-one in the corner. I'm on the wing over there. So he had to burst over there to try and help, and that led to that foul on the 3-point one. So I understand. I understand that he wasn't trusting Austin to shut him down over there, and Austin has a problem with with not getting up on his guy, or he gets cooked. So LeBron tried to shade over there, and that 3-point attempt happened. But outside of that, I felt like LeBron not only on defense, but he was focused on rebounding, extremely focused on rebounding tonight, and that was great to see. Man, we need rebounding help. It can't be just AD. Yeah, well, again, they had one big out there. We had one big out there, except for when we put Wood out there with them, and then Vando. So do need help with rebounding. That is something that they're definitely going to need to address. And they're definitely going to look into that. That's why I like the Drummond idea. But tonight they matched them rebound for rebound, and 51 total rebounds tonight. Even with Zubac out there killing tonight on the boards, Zubac had 19 rebounds, but no one else had more than 8 for them. You know what I mean? So it's just him out there because AD was playing free safety and gave up some offensive rebounds. But again, you held them to where's this at here? 37 3-point attempts, only 14 makes, 37.8% tonight. I would much rather have Zubac get 2s and these guys go make 25 threes or take 45 attempts. Could have been a game plan. So it didn't kill us. And like I said, I'd much rather have Zoo shooting 2s than any of those guys shooting 3, because Paul George was getting whatever he wanted on the perimeter, and it was taking the ball out of his hands from shooting 3s for Zoo to get him. So I didn't hate that too much. But speaking of that, if you haven't done so already, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. 35 likes. We got 45 people in the building right now, only 35 likes. So please take time from this video. Drop a like on the video. It helps the channel grow, helps the channel get in front of other people, which I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. So please go in and drop a like. It goes a long way to help us out. Daryl says facts. Come on now, speaking nothing but facts. No, I'm just kidding. Prince is great value. Absolutely, man. I don't understand. People like to blame people, man. I don't understand. Prince has had, how many teams would want Taurean Prince on their team right now if the Lakers wanted to trade him? Taurean Prince is not the problem. Nowhere near the problem. I don't understand why people dislike him so much. I don't get it. He plays defense and can shoot the 3. Yeah, because if he doesn't make a 3, they give up on him. But he competes defensively every game. If he gets cooked, he gets cooked, but he's competing out there. Clip fans called a coach Taliban Lou, and Laker fans called Darvin Ham. Oh, that's wild. It's funny? Clipper fans hate Ty Lue. That's crazy. It just goes to show. Most NBA teams hate their head coach. It's wild. They blame it's always the coach's fault. It's always the coach's fault. Players show up late to practice. Players don't put in the work. It's always the coach's fault. Man, Raul says that dunk of LeBron destroys the humanity. That was a sick ass dunk, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. My brother, Young Africa. What's going on, my guy? Man, welcome back, man. I'm about to send a search party after you, bro. Where you been, man? You good? You good? Hope you're great. Good to see you, man. I heard you cooking the other day on FYS. So happy to hear you back up there, man. Great work. Hope you all good, man. He said our offense still trash. Yeah, that's facts. We got bailed out by Braun and making tough shots. Yeah, man. Offense is going to steadily be a problem. We know this to be true, but hopefully, help is on the way. I believe that, but not much can be done until January, until after January 15th. So we got to wait that out and see what's what there, man. Where was that here? Okay, here we go. Controversial says, what do you think about Harden playing after a loss? Partying, sorry, after a loss. My homie defended him, saying he was still a millionaire. Most people go to the bar whenever they have a good or bad day at work. I mean, my thing is that while that's true, we also don't have to go play an NBA basketball game for like 40 minutes, where we have to be in peak physical condition, peak mental focus. And if he has the ability to do it, to go out there and do it, and he doesn't get hangovers, and he's able to bounce back, and it doesn't affect him, then more power to him. But for me, like, I wouldn't like it if I was a teammate. I wouldn't like it if I was his coach or his GM, like, because you're not presenting the fact that you care about winning or losing, or that you're not presenting the fact that you're going to be in peak physical condition to go out there and try to get a win with your team. So I don't love it for that standpoint, but maybe it doesn't affect him. I don't know, but I wouldn't like it. Prince finally delivers. He's been delivering, man. He's been delivering. I thought it was going to be a Lakers massacre. Sometimes it's good to be wrong. Let's go Lakers. Yeah, it's never, people are scared to be wrong, bro. I don't understand it. Being wrong is just an opportunity to learn a lesson. And look, I didn't have them losing tonight as far as guaranteeing it. I didn't have them winning tonight. I didn't know what to expect. I said earlier, maybe if anything can bring the competition out of them, it's the Clippers coming through. Maybe it's exactly what the doctors ordered, because going against teams that they should beat doesn't seem to be waking them up. But going against a team that everyone said was going to kill them, they answered the call. And maybe that's exactly what they needed. Maybe that's what they needed. Maybe this homestand needed to be the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves. Maybe they needed a bunch of teams that they had to focus on and fight every step of the way to try to get a win on. But outside of that, like, I didn't have confidence that they were going to win. But I was going to be like, oh, we losing by 30. I kept saying, if we lose by 30, the fan base was going to erupt. I did say that, but I wasn't sure. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to expect out of this team. Are they going to start the game good and then blow it? Are they going to start the game bad, then make a comeback? Are they going to play a good first and fourth quarter and get themselves in trouble in the second and third? They're so inconsistent that you just can't call it with them. It makes it tough. 14 3-point made tonight. If we can keep it under 16, we will win. Got to guard the three, or at least close out hard. Rebound also recipe for winning. Yeah, that's my thing with Austin Reeves, which I don't like, that he gives these shooters too much space, because he's scared that if they catch it and put the ball on the floor, that they're going to get by him. But the problem is, by the time he closes their airspace, the ball's in the air. He's not affecting the shot. The only thing he's doing is risking a foul on a pump fake. So it doesn't make sense the way he's guarding those threes. They've got to work on that. And Austin can't give that much space anymore. Like he just can't. He just can't. At least T. Lou burned all his timeouts. He's sending a message to him. Yeah, but he burned what he didn't mean to. You know what I mean? They messed up their timeout count. And having a timeout saved the Lakers when they were having trouble getting that ball inbounds, and they only had 5 seconds to do so. So like I said, I'm not defending Ham, because there's plenty of times he should have used the timeout and didn't. But if his philosophy is to have 2 timeouts left in the final 2 minutes, there are a lot of very successful head coaches who have that same philosophy. Andrew said, we still need to make major moves. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. And I don't know about major. I don't think we need a blockbuster. I think if we can get some like non-blockbuster, some high impact buyout guys, I think that could solve a lot of problems. So we'll see. But that's what I think they need to do. He said, how you doing, Search? Searches. Yeah, how you doing, Search? You good, Search? You good, Search? Amari said, are you a mod for the Y files also? My Search is everywhere, man. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? Search is everywhere, man. I've seen you once on a line. He's everywhere, man. He's everywhere. You ain't never there. Like, he everywhere, man. Big Baby says D'Angelo Russell declined to speak to the media post game. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Maybe the boy had to use the bathroom or something, man. I don't know. Like I said, I don't look too much into this stuff, man. I really don't. They got to win tonight. He got minutes. He's proven to be a supportive teammate when he's not on the floor, and guys are on the floor instead of him. He was out there engaged, telling his whole teammates how much time was left. 5 seconds this, 5 seconds that. Like, he was engaged. So he didn't talk to reporters. We didn't talk to reporters. I'm not looking too into it, because he was engaged. He was part of the, he played in the fourth quarter, and I don't look too much into that. If you had to choose between D'Lo and Rui to be moved, who would you move? It depends on what we're getting back. If it's a big, then it almost makes no sense to move D'Lo because that's just another logjam there. If it's a guard, then it makes more sense to move D'Lo. If it's a guy who's going to play the 4, where you already have multiple people that's going to play there with Braun, Christian Wood, Vando, and Rui, then it doesn't make sense to move Rui for another big there, right? So it depends what the move is, and if it's a package, you may see both of them go. So if it's a bigger money deal, then you're going to see both of them go. If it's something just on the margins, depending on what they're getting back, it would be one or the other. But it's hard to tell because it all depends who they're trading for. Hey, Katie, what's up, man? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Can't hate someone lesser than you. We def hate Darvin pockets. So you hate the lint, huh? You hate the lint? Yeah, I don't hate nobody, bro. I don't hate nobody. I hate losing to certain people. I love beating certain people. But ain't no hating me, bro. But just not. I don't operate that way. Tina Guzman says Lakers won in spite of Ham. Yeah, they're not have that bad of a game tonight, though. Man, that guy can't catch a break. Was he perfect? No, I don't know if he'll ever be perfect, but he wasn't too terrible tonight, man. It's come to that where we say he's not too terrible. Nah, I hate the Clippers more. They talk so much trash for a team without a championship. Do they talk that much, or the fans that became Clipper fans as soon as Kawhi got there and they're really not Clipper fans? They just hate the Lakers and Braun. I don't hear the Clippers talking too much trash. They really don't. If anything, the Clippers are often saying, the players and the franchise are often saying that it'll always be a Laker town and how different it is to be a Laker versus a Clipper. Like, I don't hear the Clipper players bashing anything Laker too much. Even Russ, who hates us now, doesn't really say anything. So those are just the fan base that aren't really Clipper fans. Like I said, they just came over when Kawhi got here and they saw him as the LeBron's kryptonite, and that's the only reason that they root for the Clippers. They're not even really Clipper fans. Some of those guys are already jumping off the bandwagon. They're already Celtic fans rooting for Tatum. You know what I mean? So, I hate the Clippers more. They talk. Okay, I got to that one already. Sorry. People saying hello. Guys look mad after the win. Chemistry is a little sus. Well, they know they're not out of it, and it was a hard fought win. And like I said, 19 turnovers. Even though you got the win, there's going to be some frustration there. Torian Prince hit the first and the last 3-pointer of the game. Just watching the replay right now. They're frustrated with 19 turnovers, man. Like, missed free throws, 19 turnovers, mistakes were made. They got the win, but a lot of the same old habits were still there. My fingers won't cooperate. What is going on here? Wood should get more minutes. He will. If he continues to come into the game with this much energy and effort, his minutes will go way up. They should still dump Ham. They won't. Golden State looks cooked. They've been look cooked. Golden State pisses me off. Oh man, she had a run here. Sorry, she was on a controversial and Guzman here. That's why Ham stinks. Wood plays well with AD. He does play good with AD. And he played solid tonight. But I agree with them going with wing coverage at the end of the game. I think that helped them win the game. And Christian Wood wasn't going to be able to guard any of those Clipper wings tonight. At least I don't think so, man. JG, what's good, man? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good night, man. Haven't seen you for a minute, man. Good for pulling up. Reggie from the locker room be going in on dudes he hates. Shout out my guy Reg, man. Yeah, he don't like Reeves. He don't like, what he calls D'Lo, D'Angelo. He can't stand Ham. I will give Reggie this. There's only 2 people that I remember doing this at the time, and that was Reggie and my man Mees, the GM. Both those dudes last preseason were calling out Darvin Ham. Like, immediately we're calling out Darvin Ham. And I was like, this is crazy. What is going on? But they've been on him since last preseason, like of his rookie year. So shout out to those dudes because they've been standing on business since then. A lot of people are like, new to the party or late to the party. I'm not in the party, you know what I mean? But those dudes been on it since get-go. And Reg's been on it for a while about Austin and D'Lo. He's been big on it. But I'm not as hard or hard against like some of the people that they are. But like I said, D'Angelo, I like. He's just struggled to fit here and be consistent. Reeves' defense is definitely a problem at times. And Darvin Ham, like I said, has not done enough to defer criticism from him. I don't believe he deserves all the criticism he's getting, but he's not doing enough to defer it. And like I said, 2 people are too far down this road to turn back. They're too far down the road. They've gone all in on wanting to see him out of here. So they're not going to reverse course. Like, they're not going to, because they don't want to be seen as a flip-flopper. Me, Like if he does something with that I let out say like, okay, get this man the hell out of here. Even though I've been saying all year that he's probably not going to, I got no problem doing that. I got no problem changing my mind. You know what I mean? I mean, refusing to change your mind because it's going to appear that you're flip flopping is wild to me. Like I said, I still don't think they're going to fire him this year. If they do, then I'm wrong. That's it. Let's see. Ham almost blew the game at the end. I'd say a missed free throw by Austin Reeves. Turnover. Not sure what Darvin Ham had to do with either one of those. Thanks, Jeff. Excellent stream as always. Hey, thank you, JG. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And once again, if you are new, please subscribe and welcome to the Laker family. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Let's check the like count here. So we're at 42 likes, man. There we go. We're getting closer. I'd like to get to 50, but at least by the end of the video. So if you haven't done so already, drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so as well. Appreciate you guys again. Glad the Lakers got the win. Absolutely, man. I'm happy for any win. I'll take an ugly win, a pretty win, a funky win, a wild win, any type of win. Any win. Jay Lloyd was good, man. AD lost the rebound battle is because he has to help the others off the defense. He's out of position in the paint. Yeah, because, well, being the defensive captain, that's going to be your job. That would happen to KG with that Boston Celtic team a lot too when Perk was out the game because he was the defensive cornerstone there, and that'll happen when you're quarterback in the defense and you're rotating over, and you got the Clippers had multiple mismatches out there, man. When you got Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden out there, like there's a lot of switching going on and a lot of rotations and a lot of things get out of flux. And AD's over there trying to seal off each direction. You are open to offensive giving up offensive rebounds to the opposition when that happens. But when you take something away, you give something else back. And someone who's a good defender is AD, who's a mobile defender. When you do that, he's going to sacrifice some rebounds. That's just the nature of the business. That's just the nature of the game. But when you go out there and you put in another big for too much time, then the wings are just going to pick you apart. So tonight against the Clippers, you're not going to always want to play two bigs for too long because their wings and the three-point shooting depth is going to kill you. So I think with that, I agree with actually how they played those minutes tonight, especially at the end when they were guarding the wings. Zubac should still be a Lakers. Well, again, that's a narrative that's going around, but the Lakers were not going to sign him because they were going to go out there and actively get a way to get Anthony Davis. So when they made that trade, that was a financial move. They weren't going to re-sign him at the end of the year. He was one of the guys that were going to go between, him and Randall. They had already pretty much committed that they were going to go all in on AD and try to get him. So when they made that trade, and they went out there, I think they traded him for Muscala and they did another trade for Bullock, right? When they did those moves, that was designed about financial situations for LeBron James, for LeBron, AD, and what they were moving forward. They were not going to re-sign him, and he wasn't fitting with everything he was trying to do. They were trying to get a three-point shooter out there, but Muscala came here. He was a bum for us. He's played well for other people, but not for us. But they had no intention of re-signing Zubac, so he was gone either in that trade or that summer in free agency. So that's a false narrative. He was gone regardless. So that's why they tried to make a move and get something for him. They thought moving forward, they knew they were going to have LeBron. They needed a shooting big out there for that. They're trying to plan ahead for that. And when they knew they weren't going to have Zoo, and that's what happened. But it was a long time ago. I get people don't remember that. Kano TV, Lakers on fire. Yeah, they were tonight, Kano. They look good tonight, but they got to keep it up, man. Absolutely. And LeBron, 39 and fly. Shout out to LeBron James. Micah was good, my guy. Thanks for pulling up. He says, good win by the Lakers, but man, I can't be too happy. All the drama and stuff that happened, it took criticism and scrutiny to light a fire under them. Can they do this again? Yeah, I agree with you. And honestly, this was a, similar game to the last Clipper game, other than the Clippers getting up big and the Lakers coming back. It was kind of the same style of game. These two teams match up well against each other. So the Lakers have the wing depth now, which was the problem with them whenever they were facing the Clippers before. They have wings now, so the Clippers can't just kill them with the wings. So that's why I'm telling people about playing Christian Wood over your wing depth. What neutralized finally the Clippers after all those years of them beating us was that we got wings. So you don't take the wings off the floor to make the fans happy who want Christian Wood to play 30 minutes a game. That's stupid. So, they played their wings to guard their wings, and a lot of their wings did not absolutely kill us. Paul George got going. He was killing it. But then our wings helped slow him down, stopped helping him get to the spots he wanted to get to, and made it to a point where he didn't go for 35 or 40 against us because of the wings we have. They fired Vogel and he won a championship. Ham isn't safe. I don't care what they say. They fired Vogel because the same situation that is going through with Ham. And they fired Vogel because LeBron James no longer wanted to play for him. LeBron James kind of made it obvious, and he has not done that with Ham yet. He hasn't done it. He hasn't come out and publicly said anything about Ham. Nothing. And I mean, they also chose Frank Vogel as a backup when they did hire him. Essentially, they only took him because he was the only guy willing to take a 2-year deal. They never really loved him to begin with. He won a championship with us, absolutely, because he's a very good defensive head coach. But let's not act like that 2020 team won a championship because of Frank Vogel. It wasn't, and they had a good defense again in 2021, but their offense was considerably always a mess. Very similar to Darvin Ham right now, but the difference was they fired Frank Vogel, I believe, when he had 1 year left on his deal. Then I would be surprised if they fired Darvin Ham with 2.5 years left on his deal. I don't think people understand the amount of time he has left on his contract. The Lakers don't want to fire someone with 2.5 years left on his contract while paying another head coach. It's simple mathematics. They don't seem to want to do that, and then they're probably not going to do that. Year of the GOAT unisex fleece hoodie back. Yeah, go head on over to shopcourtkings.com, man. We got a lot of fire merch over there. We got some new Kobe merch over there. The year to go. We got the year to Mamba shirt, year to Mamba hoodie. We dropped the Rams t-shirt today over there, man. We got some Shohei Ohtani gear over there, man. Pull up over to shopcourtkings.com. Appreciate you. Search. Vogel fired, is not a good coach. Yeah, and Vogel is not a good coach. He's really not. As far as like a championship, because he cannot coach offense. And he's on an offensive team trying to put defense in over there. And how's he doing in Phoenix? You know what I mean? A lot of the same problems he has here. And the difference is, I've said this numerous times too, players like around the league, when you talk about NBA players, superstars, like Giannis loves Darvin Ham. A lot of guys stick up for Darvin Ham around the league. There's a lot of pushback from players, just like there was on the Russ situation, pushback on players, a little bit upset that, that everyone is blaming Darvin for this. A lot of players are feeling that way. Maybe not the players that are playing for him. And obviously they have a little bit more insight than those other guys, but Giannis won a championship with them. Giannis has a ton of respect for him. And you got generals in this league out there, man, 5-star generals out there in this league, sticking up for Darvin Ham and taking up for Darvin Ham, which is probably why LeBron James is not out here being linked to any of this, why none of his media guys are out here bashing Darvin Ham. It's probably why. It's because most of the league is out there defending Darvin Ham. I just want the Lakers organization to make the right decisions. Of course we do. We all do. But sometimes doing what the fans want is not the right decision. We are not professionals. We don't run professional sport teams. We are passionate. We are fanatics, but we are not in their business. And no matter what anyone thinks, they're not going to listen to us. They're just not. Oh my God. Dylan the Villain Brooks here, man. Darvin not getting fired this midseason. A small trades are coming for sure. Man, what happened to that funeral you said was coming? Dylan, come on, man. You got to pay homage up here, bro. How should players handle the trade rumors? Must be tough, especially if you got a family. D'Lo probably in shambles, especially on the team that drafted him. But this was going to be home forever, and now he on the go. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's tough, and that affects these players a lot. And I'm not going to sit up here and say 100% that D'Lo's out of there, but I think there's a good chance he is. Unless moving Rui makes more sense for them if they're getting another big. But it does suck. And for a guy like D'Lo who's been moved a lot of times, and he hasn't really ever been moved because of his play. Like he's been moved around a lot because of his contract, and it's kind of what he's going to be moved again around for this year. But it's I feel bad for D'Lo. I really do. I feel like the Lakers, including Darvin Ham, have not put him in. Like he's 14.8, 47% overall, 39% from three, 6 assists a game. Like those are good numbers. You know what I mean? Those are good numbers for his role on this team. But the problem is his consistency. Some games he'll have 25, the next 4, 3 or none. So it's just you see those numbers, and that's what he's averaging. But he needs to be more consistent, and that's some of the problems he's having. But D'Lo also, like I said, Darvin Ham is not using him effectively. They're running him out of different lineups. There's no continuity or cohesion there. He started a lot of the year in the backcourt with Austin Reeves, who can't guard nobody. So there's a lot of things about D'Lo that I wish were better. And tonight he had some good moments. He had some bad turnovers, but he had some good moments. But outside of that, I really think that they've never really truly let him be the point guard of this team. There was a couple games early in the season where LeBron when they were trying to act like Bron was on a minutes restriction and they were going to limit the amount of time he had the ball. And that didn't last long. And D'Lo was probably told that during free agency that he was going to get the chance to lead the team with the ball in his hands. And they took it away from him. You know what I mean? And so when that happens, and on top of everything else, things just spill over. Then the Laker fans thinks they should trade for Draymond. What do I say? I said that last summer. I said that last summer on Around the League that Malik Beasley's deal could line up, to if they picked up his option. I said last year, during the summer, I said that's something the Lakers should have considered. But right now, with all the drama surrounding Draymond and this team already having drama, I don't know. I've always been a guy that valued Draymond higher than most guys, than most people. I feel his impact on winning, especially for that Warriors team, was bigger than people give him actual credit for. But as far as right now, when he's got 3.5 years left on his deal, I was more open to it last summer when I brought it up. But this time, I don't know. I think he's a good big to play next to AD. But if you trade for Draymond, all the people who are screaming play Christian Wood, where's he going to play? When he's going to get minutes? So it's going to be similar, probably even less, and probably never closing. So everything everyone wants, and then a move like this would kind of take that away, right? But I like Draymond. I've always stuck up for him. I feel that he's an incredible impact on winning. But 3.5 years left on his deal. He's going to steady decline even more. And he's got a lot of issues. How many suspensions? Is he going to get suspended again this year? So I'd probably pass on him just for that part of it. But last summer I was for it. I'm not as for it right now. But would I throw a fit? No. Or would I celebrate? No. It would be an move for me at this point because of the money and because of the time left and because the threat of him always leaving you high and dry with a suspension or a technical. We need a little bit more poise in Laker Nation right now. That was weird. How do you bench Kawhi? Yeah, David. Hey, thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. That was absolutely weird. I don't know what happened. That's why I was asking if anyone saw anything. I don't know if he got benched for play or if he missed a couple assignments or if something was hurting, like he needed out for a minute because he got put back in. But I don't know. That was odd. If anyone knows what happened, let me know because I didn't see that. I think Kawhi is hurt. Yeah, that's the first thing that popped in my head, but I'm not 100% sure. Like Charles Barkley say, the Warriors are cooked. And they might be. Rundown Production. What's up, Cuba, man? How you doing, bro? I see you come around, man. Bron had himself a strong one tonight, man. That Bron the is on tight tonight, huh? No, I'm just messing with you, man. Shout out to LeBron James, man. Incredible night tonight. We needed that, man. We needed him out the gate. We needed him to set the tone, to send a message, to lead by example. We don't win this game if LeBron doesn't start the game the way he did. He could still end up with the same amount of points he got, but we do not win this game if LeBron James did not start the game the way he did. So I know my man Cuba had his pom-poms out tonight, man. Great win. Great game for LeBron, Cuba, man. Thanks for pulling up, bro. Appreciate you. First time listening. Sounds like really good content. Hey, David, thank you, man. I try. You know what I mean? If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, man. We cover the Lakers and the Dodgers over here. Basketball in general, baseball in general is going to get there. But I appreciate you. I'm focused on the content. Pretty much it. That's all I focus on. I don't get in all the extra stuff. So if that's your thing, then like I said, subscribe to the channel, man. But I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Could you imagine AD with Zubac? Magic made a mistake trading him for Muscala. But again, they weren't gonna resign him. They had, you had to get LeBron James. You had to do all these things to get people here. Anthony Davis and all these things. It wasn't gonna work. And even if they did keep him, he would have been moved in the trade for AD. So mathematically, I get why people are attached to the name, but money wise, it wasn't gonna work. Just like it didn't with Randall. So Randall actually requested to be renounced as soon as the Lakers got LeBron because he felt it would be a bad fit. And then the Lakers used that money and signed Rondo. So a lot of these things weren't going to work because the Lakers were lined up and building the LeBron AD era. So you weren't going to be able to have all those guys. That's why they traded away Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance. All these things were financial decisions mathematically to make room for the roster that was going to be built with LeBron James and that young core initially, and then build up that core to move for AD or someone else. So Zoo was never going to be there. I hate that they traded him to the Clippers. I do hate that. But Zoo was not in the team's long-term plan. He wasn't going to be there. So even if they didn't trade him, he was gone at season end. So it wouldn't have mattered. Hey, Luis Miguel, thanks for pulling up, man. From PR. Love what you do. Hey, thank you, man. We got PR in the house, man. Appreciate you, man. I love what you do for showing up and showing support. Appreciate you guys, man. And like I said, if it's your first time, make sure to come around more often, man. Subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you over here in the Empire Jeff TV community. So thank you for everyone. If it's your first time, and if you guys been my day ones or even halfway along the ride in the journey, man, thank you. You know, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, man. When I got started in all this in August, I didn't think for in a million years I'd be doing this on a nightly basis and building out a platform and working with guys like Dan the Laker Fan, Lakers in 5, DJ Kareem Report, Lakers Fast Break, and everyone and all my brothers on around the league, like all the guys that I've been working with, man. I didn't envision in a million years that I'd be doing this 4 or 5 months later, man. But you guys all made that happen. So shout out to you guys, man. Thank you guys so much. Let's see. Young Africa came by, hit sprayed up the block and left, huh? Where you at with Young Africa? Come on, man. You drop a comment and dip. I would pull you up here. Come on, man. Having D'Lo back helped the team tremendously. They need what he brings. Yeah, absolutely. They don't win this game tonight. Thank you, Tina. They don't win this game tonight without D'Lo. They don't get as far as they did last year without D'Lo. My thing with D'Lo, and I think everyone could agree with this, is just the consistency, man. We don't need 20 from you every night. Get us 14 every night, D'Lo. Get us 14 every night. We really, really need that from you, brother. Reeves need the ball more. Well, the problem is there's a lot of guys who need the ball, right? But Reeves just needs to be a better defender. He needs to be a better defender. That's the first and foremost that he needs to do, because there's things he's doing out there defensively that hurt the team, including not closing out on three-point shooters. And if he gets better at that, this team is a whole different team, man. Why do you think Chuck hates the Lakers? I heard because they declined the trade where Chuck would have been a Laker in 92. Chuck just hates. Chuck never got a ring, so he's got some bitterness, man. He's gonna always be forever known for not having a championship. The Lakers got 17 of them things and have owned the league for 50 years. So Charles Barkley, man, Sir Charles, the round mound of rebound, has probably hated the Lakers probably since 92. But in his heart of hearts, it's because Chuck ain't never won a damn thing but an Olympic medal, and the Lakers are just sitting here being the class of the NBA, the relevant franchise, the team I've noticed the last 50 years. And Chuck over there just, making more money on TNT than he ever did as a basketball player. So, he's a little bit tight about that, I'm sure. Lakers 24, F Clippers. What's going on, man? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate the support. That's a great name right there, though. Cam need to train with Phil Handy. Well, he is. I mean, it's like Phil Handy isn't a wizard. He can't just take a wand, wave it across a player, and turn Vando into a three-point shooter, turn Cam into something that he's not. Cam is what he is already. People just need to accept that. The problem isn't Cam's potential. The problem is Cam is the wing we have out here to guard these other wings. That's the problem. He competes on defense. I'll give that to him. But the Lakers need another wing out there so Cam doesn't have to play. Max Christie's not all the way ready, but I wouldn't mind him starting the games. But the reason Cam is out there and the reason he's starting games and the reason he was in there even later in the game when I was screaming to get him out was because they needed his wing defense. And like I've said repeatedly, the Lakers went out and got all these wings to guard these teams with all these wings. And it's why they're 2-0 against the Clippers. And it's why they're 3-0 against the it's why they're 3-0 against the Suns. They're 5-0 against those two teams because of the wing defenders that they have. So you don't neutralize that by not playing your wing defenders. So I would love for them to replace Cam with another wing defender ASAP. Sammy the Man, what's good, brother? What's good, Jeff? Working across the street. Emmys was today. Heard Lakers won. GG shocked. I'll be back watching again after the trade. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, great game tonight. Sammy, great game, man. Win, lose, or draw. I watch my Lakers, man. It is what it is. But I get why people are frustrated with them right now. People's lives got a lot going on in their lives. They're busy. Maybe this Laker team has not been very entertaining to watch. People got things to do. So, far be it for me to tell someone they have to watch every game, especially when they're playing like trash. But I watch every game. One, because I'm a fan. Two, because I'm covering them in the league. But it's not going to lie. It's been brutal, this season. There's been a lot of games that were not entertaining. And shout out to my brother Dan, man, for holding it down on the PSF app and shows that we've done on YouTube and just brutal games that we've had to endure. And just by the grace of being blessed with him on these shows has made it able to get through it, because they've been brutal to sit through. Jackie says, do you think Kerr gets fired? That's a great question. That's a great topic for the overall video. I think I'm going to do one on that. I'm going to say it's going to be very hard for them to do it. And they may think about it more than they would like to. But I feel that because Bob Myers is no longer there and it's Mike Dunleavy Jr.'s team, typically the new guy in charge likes to pick his own guy and his own coach moving forward. So with that being said, Steve Kerr is going to have a hot seat a lot more often than he would if Bob Myers was there. So I will say that eventually Steve Kerr will get fired. I don't know if it will be during this season or even in the summer, but I think there's a chance where, out of respect, they probably mutually part ways to save grace there for him. But I think there is an absolute chance that he does get booted out of there. Yes. The Warriors ain't fired Steve Kerr. They haven't yet. You said Reggie's a hater, though? Reggie's entertaining, man. Reggie is very, very good at what he does. Salute to Reggie, man, in the locker room, man. That's my guy. That's my guy right there. There we go. Please support another channel, Mod YouTube, the Y-Files. We have over 3 million subscribers. Man, that's what's up. My God, I'm over here trying to get to 3,000. They got 3 mil, Serge? Holy man, that's nuts. The Golden State era is over. Might be. I felt like it's been over. I felt like it's been over even when we faced them last year before we beat them. It's just not gonna work, man. Here's trouble, man. Kurt Affair, what's going on, my guy? Hey, Jeff, certain chat. Ham saved his job. He can go 3-10 again after this. It's funny. He probably can. Thanks for pulling up, Kurt. Remember Quinn Cook, dude's career is the definition of nepotism. He had champ, but he got further because he was a friend. He was friends with a lot of all-stars in the game. Quinn Cook, yeah. I mean, he was a dookie. He came in. He was friends with a lot of dudes in the league. He. There's a lot of guys. There's guys that are in the league just because they're good teammates. Good quote unquote practice players. People like them, and that happens, man. That does happen. He was in the league a long time just because he fit in with locker rooms. Everyone loved him, and he got some money off that. And now he's out the league, but he was he had a little stint there. A little stint. How do you think DeAndre Jordan and Garrett Temple are still in the league? Again, same thing I said about Quinn Cook. Good teammates, good vets, guys like that. If you look at that game against the Clippers about a month and a half ago, when Denver went in with nobody went in there and beat them because DeAndre Jordan had a big game. That one big game that he had like a 2020 game. Him and Reggie Jackson, 2 former Clippers, went in there and cooked them. And that alone was enough for his season to justify being on the bench. That one game. That's all you really need out of him. He's a good vet on the bench. It doesn't cause any problems for you. And like I said, you need vets like that. You know what I mean? It's similar to the Lakers having Tristan Thompson last year, or Horace Grant at times when they had him later in his career. Sometimes you just need good vets on the bench. Udonis Haslem with the Heat. Teams do that with guys. And DeAndre Jordan is that for Denver. Vogel was also hired because Kurt Rambis could help dictate his assistants. This is true, but actually it was Pelinka. Pelinka was the guy who was dictating the assistants and the lineups, which was crazy, man. Rambis may have been involved in that, but they didn't even want Vogel. They just took him because he would take a 2-year deal, and they took him. They never loved him. They never really wanted to keep him long term. They gave him a 1-year extension, after winning a championship. So they clearly never believed in the guy. They signed Darvin to a 4-year deal. And gave him more long-term security, which is why now they're kind of, even if they wanted to get rid of him, they're kind of stuck with him because, like I said, they don't want to pay 2.5 years of him to do nothing and then have to pay another head coach. BB, Brandon Burney, what's good, man? Listen to me. Max won't get praise, bro, but his D sets a nice tone on that second line. No, we love Max Christie. We're out here praising him and I'm hoping he becomes a starter. Our best lineup with metrics of over 150 possessions is him out there. Is D'Lo, it's Max, it's Torian Prince, Braun, and AD. I would love to see that as a starting lineup out there. I like Austin off the bench, man, for offense. I would love to see Max in there. I think he should be getting all of Cam's minutes The problem is that Max just bites on pump fakes a little bit too much, and he gets schooled by these vets a little bit. Whereas Cam is a little bit more poised on defense, and that's the only reason he's in there. But obviously, Max is going to have a better career moving forward than Cam, and I would love to see Max get more minutes. But he still is only a year and a third into his NBA career, and he's still paying his dues right now. If Ham's rotation improved, he would be okay. And maybe that's just something he has to learn, Tina. Like I said, it's completely different when you're an assistant head coach for so long, and then you get the keys to a franchise, the Lakers, and you haven't really done any of that, and he's learning through it. The problem is it's the Lakers, it's LeBron James. He got them to the Western Conference Finals as a rookie head coach. There's going to be some speed bumps along the way when you have a non-veteran head coach on a team that's trying to win a championship. So, yes, I mean, his rotations absolutely have to improve. His in-game management absolutely has to improve. That goes without saying, but that remains to be seen if and when that is going to actually happen. We got to wait to see about that. Wait, LeBron said he didn't want to play for Vogel. He was dropping like little passive aggressive things on Vogel. Like he was kind of like when he was doing even with the Rob Pelinka stuff with the capital P and pushing P and all that stuff. Like he was LeBron like had little passive aggressive little things out there about Vogel. It was a known fact. It was known everywhere that LeBron didn't want to play for Vogel. It was known everywhere they wanted Vogel gone. It was known everywhere. It's still not 100% confirmed or put out there if Braun absolutely wants Ham gone. Keep in mind he is a Clutch client. So just keep that in mind. It's not known for sure what LeBron's true feelings are. This other than he's frustrated with his team and at times with himself. Outside of that, there is nothing been out there saying about LeBron James personally, specifically voicing his displeasure with this. They specifically said 6 players, but I mean, we know it's not Castleton, right? But what I'm saying is the fact that they said 6 players are frustrated during a losing streak, it's not necessarily breaking news, guys. It's really not. Get him a seasoned assistant. That's what I've always wanted. When they first hired him, this last offseason and now. That's what I've always wanted. I'm not convinced they're going to do it, though, man. Well, D'Lo has a player option after this season. I hope he's not moved, but his contract says he may be the one. That's the main thing. The Lakers signed D'Lo for the contract, not necessarily the player. I like the player when he's got things going, but his contract is very movable. He has a player option, and honestly, some teams may even prefer him to opt into that player option so that they have the contract to move as well, just as the Lakers did. So just because he has a player option, teams will not be scared of that. There are going to be teams trading for him, hoping that he opts in, and there will be some trading for him, hoping that he opts out. And this will all be predetermined when a trade is coming down and the Lakers are going to move him because of the contract. I'm sure they'll allow D'Lo's representation to talk to these teams to kind of fill out from there. He probably may not, say one way or another he's going to do if he wants to play out that leverage there, but there will be teams that are perfectly comfortable with any scenario, whether he opts in or opts out. So D'Lo's contract will not be difficult to move. That where it is right there in the money bracket is perfect. So it's the main reason they signed him. If he scores 20, how much does Russ give up on defense? Russ was a minus 12 tonight. So with Russ in the game, Clippers were minus 12. Lakers won by 3. So there you have it right there. But Russ makes home run plays on defense. He can do some good things on defense, but he gets burned so much trying to gamble. He can make some great plays, but then he does stuff that causes him to get burned on defense. Braun is still on a minutes restriction. It's just 42 now. You may be onto something, Kirk. Malik Beasley said he turned down bigger offers from the Lakers and other teams to sign with the Bucks for a bigger role. So yeah, there's been a lot of chat I've seen on Twitter about that, and I don't think people saw that whole interview, because what he did say, that's a great point. That is a fact. He did turn down more money from the Lakers for a bigger role because Milwaukee promised him a starting position. The Lakers were not going to give Malik Beasley a starting position over D'Lo and over Austin Reeves, nor should they have. So I get why he did that, but I think the most important part of that whole piece and that whole interview that a lot of people aren't running with, because conveniently they don't want to bring it up because it doesn't shame Darvin Ham, is that he said that he puts it on him for his performance last year, because when he got here, he was dealing with a bunch of off the court issues with his family. And he specifically mentioned that his wife lives in LA and they live in LA. When he got out here, All the off the court issues led to him not putting in the work he should be doing, and he was not ready to play night in and night out. And he took 100% responsibility for that and put it all on him. So, out of his own mouth, And that's why he took less money to go to Milwaukee so he can get a starting position and get featured more to try to earn back some money that he lost for not being prepared when he became a Los Angeles Laker. Because to his own word, out of his own mouth, he said that he did not and was not putting in the work he should have been doing to be better for the team. And his words is that he takes responsibility for that, and that was on him. So that's what happened. It wasn't he was being misused. It wasn't any of that. He wasn't out there getting his reps in, and that's why he couldn't make shots. And he admitted that himself. Go back and watch the video. You guys will see I'm not tripping. Kurt is a double secret probation. That's funny. I just saw a picture of Harden's face when LeBron dunked on Paul George. He's stunned. Yeah, I saw that too. Hey, man, your man Prince played out today, Adam, man. First three of the game, last three of the game, 2 clutch free throws. Bang, man. What's up? Told you, man. He is not. Everyone wants to blame Ham and Prince. Hope he going to win streak. Oh, my God. So do I, brother. So do I. Min's restriction for Kawhi back-to-back play Suns tomorrow. Lou screwed up using what time out early. Yeah. So if he's on a minutes restriction, they should have got him out a little earlier. They made no sense to sit him at 2 minutes and then put him back in 2 minutes later. That didn't make any sense. They burned that. They mismanaged. So they mismanaged that. They mismanaged the timeout. That's why he was shaking his head. Okay, that makes sense. Judah Rising. Salute to you, man. He said, Jeff, salute. If Trae Young wants out of Atlanta, you think the Lakers will be in play? I think the Lakers would be in play. I don't know if they have what it takes to get him because they only have one pick to move. I think if Trae Young becomes available, I think teams would offer up more than one first-round pick. The Lakers are in a position where I say they can't get any of these stars that are in demand. I think they can get stars that the team would want to move because of their contract, like a Zach LaVine, but I don't think they're going to get out there and get like a Trae Young or a DeJounte Murray or any of those guys that I think teams can outbid them for. Now, could they? Maybe, but I wouldn't put high probability on it because the Lakers, like I said, only have that one first round to move, and they don't have a ton of young talent the teams are going to want. So in Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, or guys like that, it's going to be hard for them to get them. Now, they could get someone like a Zach LaVine because the Bulls aren't in love with that money either, and there's not a huge market for him. So the Lakers have a chance at getting him, but he's also the guy you probably don't want for the same reason as there's no market for him. So the Lakers, that's why I say it should be a non-blockbuster deal and a big buyout market addition. And I think they'll be okay with anything that lines up to that. LeBron D-locked to Kawhi. Yeah, LeBron played some great minutes against Kawhi tonight. He absolutely did. But Kawhi is also not 100% right, even though he's been cooking everyone. So shout out to LeBron for locking him up tonight and playing great against him and then going right back at him because Kawhi couldn't lock him up either. Thank you for supporting my personal friend, Jeff. Yes, sir. There we go. Thank you, guys, man. Thank you. It's the least I can do. We got, let's see, Zoo only signed for $7.5 million with the Clippers. Subsequently, I don't think it was a financial decision. It was just a bonehead trade by Magic. There was reports all out early. They were looking to trade him most of the season. They said they weren't going to re-sign him. Teams actually thought he might have got more money than that. But when they moved him, the Lakers were in a position where they were clearing their books. And so that's why they did it. It was a known fact then. It was everywhere, out there that they said they weren't going to keep him. Financial decision. If you go back and look up, it was everywhere. This is not inside information. This is not anything. It was at the time the trade was made. It was said. Even leading up to the trade, it was in print. The beat reporters were saying it. This is 100% confirmed. This is not me just talking. This was not a narrative. This was a fact at the time. Yes, D'Lo needs to be more consistent. I agree, but we could say that about all guys. Consistency is the key. Facts, Tina. Absolute facts. When he's your starting point guard, and you're trying to get to at least back to the Western Conference Finals and the finals or win a finals, you need consistency in that guy. D'Lo should be our third best player. Should not be Austin Reeves. But right now it is Austin Reeves because D'Lo is not the third best player as he should be. So we need a guy who can be our third best player. I don't necessarily has to be an all-star, but I need a guy that can be a consistent third guy. That's right. Search is my brother too, man. Giovanni says, Lakers, let's go Lakers Empire. Jeff does Ham save his job. He saved his job tonight, man. Again, I still don't think he was going to be fired, but if they lost that game, Like if they hit that three and goes to overtime and they lose by 2 or 3 points, you think Darvin Ham was going to get fired in a game like that? I don't. Now if they got blown up by 30 points, 40 points, then the Laker brass would have been like, let's talk about this, man. But even if they lost, even if he lost that game in the situation that it was in, I still don't think he gets fired. Will Hand still get fired? I still don't think he's getting fired this season, guys. I still don't. Ride with the team or die with the team. We still here. Facts. Facts. That's what being a fan is all about, man. Warriors looking bad. They could use a trade or two, but man, they look bad and have looked bad for a good portion of the season. Yeah, that's why I keep saying, man, I've been saying this for about a month and a half now, that I can see the Warriors being in play for Zach LaVine. That Chris Paul contract, Kuminga, Moody, like there's some things that could be done to get that done. And I think that would be a great trade for both teams. The Bulls get Chris Paul's contract. They get out from under Zach LaVine's contract. They get young talent and picks. I'm not sure they're going to get a deal better than that where they get salary relief, young players, and picks. I don't know anyone else out there willing to offer that, anyone else in that level of desperation to do it, because I don't believe the Lakers are even that desperate to do it. Maybe they do, but I don't think they should, and I don't think they would. But the Warriors, on the other hand, they need to do something crazy. Being a Laker fan isn't like marriage. You can't just get another partner when you're tired of them. That's a fact, Kurt. J.A., what's going on, man? Thanks for pulling up. Hey, Jeff Ham is still gone. No feel for the game and lets the late 9-0 Clippers run happen with no timeout. Does he think he's Papa Phil? That's a good point, J.A. Yeah, like I said, there's been plenty of coaches that do that, but we can't label him with those grades. That's an absolute fact. That's an absolute fact. I get what you're saying, man. That stuff is stuff is crazy. Oh, man, you're the GOAT, G. Hey, thanks, big baby, man. I don't think I'm the GOAT, but I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you see Kuminga getting traded, and where do you see him going? You probably said this before. I just said what I said, but I can see Kuminga being linked to Chicago in the Zach LaVine deal. I could see Kuminga being linked in another team that maybe they move Chris Paul's money for. Maybe Portland for Jeremy Grant. So there's places where I think Kuminga can end up packaged with Chris Paul in a big money deal. Zach LaVine is just one I put to the top of the list. On Tuesday is another. Yes. Warriors seem hesitant to package Kuminga as part of a Siakam deal. But could that be because you got to understand, in trading for Siakam, you're trading for a free agent to be. Trading for Zach LaVine, you've got him for 4.5 more years in a time where you may lose Klay Thompson. You may at some point trade Draymond Green. You know, Steph is eventually going to fall off. So they like those 3 perimeter guys out there, man. So, like they would like to have him. They've won championships with Klay, Steph, Durant, Klay, Steph, Poole, right? LaVine can kind of fit that kind of warrior way. And I think people are sleeping on that. So would they love to move Kuminga? No. But if they're not going to play him and they're not getting the best out of him, then you might as well make a move, get crazy, and do something for your team, because all that money you're committing, you are a second apron team. You won't be able to make moves next year like you can right now. So the Warriors have to do something unless they go full teardown, which I don't see them doing. But they have to do something, because once they get next summer in that second apron, the ability to fix their team decreases immensely. So that's why I think they're going to be a lot more aggressive at this trade deadline than people want to admit. Brandon Burney, pause on Max's D. Nice. Come on, Brandon. Come on, Double B. Come on, man. Come on. You got to hit him with the. Oh, man. That's comedy, bro. That's comedy. You know I'm going to get you on that one, Brandon. Tuesday is another good game for our Lakers. That's where. Yes, sir. Oh, man. And I'm glad Lewis are going to get some burn in the G League. They need some meaningful minutes. Yeah, exactly. They haven't. I don't know why they've been carrying him around this team this long. They've needed to be down there for a while. They need to get down there, and they should. Facts. Wood, AD, Max, Braun, and D. Russ, even though his defense blows. Yeah, that would be all right. But like I said, that is a lot of pressure on wings and point guards. A lot of pressure on wings and point guard there. Wouldn't mind seeing it, though. But I still like the D'Lo, Max, Prince, Braun, AD. I don't love Braun at the wing, guarding wings. I don't like it. This is our first win of 2024. Yeah, man. It feels like our first win in a calendar year, not like back to 2023, like a whole year, not a calendar year, but like a fiscal year. Like it feels like it's been a while since we got a win, man. We needed this. Did you notice Ham questioned LeBron when LBJ took that timeout when he couldn't inbound? Oh, they had to take that time out there. I didn't see that, but if he did, it was the right time out. That's what you saved it for. I don't know what he'd be questioning him for. Excuse me, questioning him for there. That I don't know. That'd be stupid if he did. I'll check that out again. I didn't catch that. I was paying attention to the other side. I didn't see that if that indeed did happen. Let's see here. I think Tina is a D-Lo burner account. Nah, Tina knows her stuff, man, and she knows the Dodgers too. Tina's informed, double B. How does age affect athletes' ability to stay consistent? Well, it does. It's everything. Age is father time. I mean, you can't your explosiveness, your lift, everything about it, that second burst of energy, even mental fatigue, like everything in your age, your body, especially an athlete's age, affects everything from your workout routine to the way you eat, everything. So any little thing that you do, like is affected by your age. So LeBron James, being 39 years old, has to put in a ton of work just to be able to play like he's 34, 33 years old. You know what I mean? So the age of it takes a tremendous toll. You don't recover the same. You get hit, you get bumped. Usually the neck, when you were younger, it takes a day or two, you're back. Now will be feeling things all season because of his age. Your recovery time is a major part of it. Hey, we got the GOAT in the building tonight, man. Appreciate you, brother. What up, Jeff? Great win. Absolutely, man. We needed that. We are not out of the woods. I know you know that. But man, it feels good to get a win. It feels good to beat the Clippers and silence all those guys. We still got to deal with our own noise over here with Darvin and the players. But great to get that win. We're 2-0 against them, 3-0 against Phoenix. Adding all this wing depth to stop particularly those two teams has proven right. Yeah, I'm excited, but yeah, I'll be excited when we go on a little bit of a streak here, man. As I know you feel the same. I saw JHS college highlights. He did not seem too impressive. Well, again, I think the Lakers getting a pick where they got one, and people expect a guy that's going to get 25 a game. If JHS can come in and help be a solid, I don't think people grasp that getting a solid backup point guard who can play for your team for 10 years is a great draft pick. A great draft pick. You get someone Derek Fisher like, never an all-star, never a star, but can be a solid, strong backup semi-starter on a championship contending team, then you win at the draft every year. You don't always got to be the top guy. Get the top guy, get the superstar, get an all-star. Role players matter in this league. And if you draft good role players and they become good role players, then you win in the draft because you can get stars in free agency and via trade. But hitting on key rotational role players, dependable role players, man, that's how you truly win a draft, man, to be honest. My guy, Search. Yeah, Search in the building, man. The mod of mods, man. Larsa Pippen, thanks again for Beasley struggles. Yeah, I'm telling you, Beasley said it himself, man. He said it himself. Yeah, we're showing love to Dan as they should. Let's see. I wish Steph becomes available. Oh my God, that would be crazy. One, I don't think he does. It'd be foolish for them ticket wise. That arena is a cash cow. Steph is a cash cow. And if he became available, the Lakers probably have zero chance of getting him, man. Zero chance. Let's see. Let me catch up to some of these. JHH was called a lottery level talent. I mean, this guy's called lottery level talent, man. But look at Jaime Jaquez Jr. No one was calling him a lottery level talent. Look what he's already become. You know what I mean? Dan was all over that, calling, having him highlighted in his draft breakdown. You know what I mean? So it's like you just never know in the draft, man. You go with what you think fits with your principles. And I will say this: I trust the Lakers scouting department. They rarely, if ever, miss. The guy has been hurt a lot. And we'll see what he does in the G League and what he can turn into. Way too early to tell. You guys, Laker Nation is too unforgiving way too quickly, man. The guy he's a kid. He's young. Give him a chance to at least have a chance in the NBA before you rule him out. LeBron, I feel at times doesn't like confrontation sometimes. The passive aggressive-ish is annoying. Just tell how you feel sometimes. He's too calculated. You sound like Elder out here. But yeah, he definitely is calculated, passive aggressive, all that. Because everything is calculated and it's worked for him in the league. It's gotten him where he's gotten to. It's got him to billionaire status. He operates the way he's going to operate. That's never going to change ever. And definitely not in year 21, age 39. But that's just how he is, man. Like I said, he will be calling you brother today and he will send you flowers tomorrow when he trades you. It's just what happens, man. Everyone like and subscribe. Let's get Jeff to 100 likes. That's how it's done. Search. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. I don't know if this video is gonna have what it, enough volume to get to 100 likes, man. But I would love it. Let's see here. 52 likes. Nah, but how many we got? We got 844 subs now. Come on. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on the video. We got 47 people in the building, but we do have 52 likes. So, but if you are one of those that are in the building and have not dropped a like, please drop a like on the video, man. Be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Go ahead and sub up to the channel as well. And go ahead and join the team, man. We got 3 levels of membership here, man. Got a couple members already, so trending in the right direction. Got some members-only videos coming soon, as well as some giveaways. Jordan Smith says, hey, appreciate you, Jordan. Apparently, the Knicks were ready to offer a 5-year, $240 million contract once he was a free agent, but the Lakers locked him down. I'm not sure you're talking about. You talking about AD? You talking about AD? Let me see. Do you got another comment here that I missed? I'm not sure who you're talking about. Enlighten me, man. What happened if a player openly states in a post-game players that they want traded in verbatim? I remember when Kobe said that. So you're gonna get fined for sure. Gonna get fined, and you could be suspended by the team. You could lose some money. So not just that, but it's not a good look. It's not ideal. Even when you want to get traded, it's not ideal. You let your agent handle that. And then typically what comes out is when you want to be traded, the agent lets the team know, and then the team leaks it to burn the player. So, but even at that point, it's no one ever wins from a player perspective when they publicly say that they want to trade. It just doesn't, it doesn't make sense. Ham always blew it with the Cam minutes. Yeah, I was frustrated with the Cam minutes. I'm not gonna lie. I was screaming, get him out the effing game, man. Like, God, he is fumbling out there, man. And just, I understand he hit 2 threes, and the second one was pretty impressive, pulling up in transition and hitting it. But it doesn't offset what he doesn't give you. So at that point is what I have problems with it, man. What are you saying, Jazz? I read just about every comment, bro. The last comment you said he's a lottery level talent. I read that. Any chance Steph wants out? I read that. I've been reading your comments, bro. Come on now, pump up, pump brakes, pump brakes. I'll say it again. This team needs motivation and chemistry and a scorer and a rebounder, maybe. Okay, you did this one. Bro, I'm trying to get to every comment, man. I get to more comments than most any content creator out here. You go fillet me for one? Come on, man. Dang, dudes want me to be perfect out here. No, I'm just kidding, JS. The team needs motivation and chemistry, facts, and a scorer and a rebounder. Yeah, I agree with all 4 of those. You know what sucks? I really thought that Darvin was a motivator of men and a leader of that, a motivator and a chemistry developer. Definitely questioning my judgment on that for sure. Remains to be seen if he's able to develop that. But I agree with everything you said, JS, even if I missed it the first time. Bring Draymond to the Lakers. Hey, what's up, Optic? That would be interesting, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, I spoke on that last summer. I think I was more for it when he had a lesser length deal. It's not that I don't want Draymond, but almost the same. I think he'll have 3.5 years left on this deal after this. I just don't trust him to stay on the floor at this point, man. He's become a head case this year. I love Draymond. I've liked Draymond. I like Draymond more than most people have for a while now. And over the summer, I brought up about him coming up here for Beasley's contract and filler, but I was more comfortable with it then. I think if on the floor, I don't think it would be a bad fit. I think he's the perfect big to pair next to AD because AD's a mobile big that has a jumper, and he needs that like defenseman, that bully next to him. But I just question now maybe playing with Braun, maybe, but question Draymond's ability to stay on the floor, not get key technicals, not get suspended or kicked out of games when you need him the most. And then even if LeBron stays 1 more year, you still have 2 years of Draymond after that. And I wouldn't have minded Draymond in the summer when he had 1 year, $27 million left, but 3.5 years left on the deal when he's already like going nuts mentally. That's a tough one. But I see the fit on the floor. I do. I'm just not as excited about it now as I was over the summer. But now we'll see how he looks when he comes back. We need another ball handler. Would love to get someone like a Cole Anthony. Oh, yeah, facts, man. Hey, thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Cole Anthony would be nice, but I don't think they're moving him. They got a good young core down there, man. And I like what Orlando's doing. That defense is top notch. I think they need a good point of attack point guard as well as a point of attack defender, which is why Chris Dunn, like, I know Elder's been talking about him for a while. He was the first guy I heard talk about him. he's a very, very good defender. He can run a backup role. Tyus Jones is someone I like, but he's not great defensively. Even someone like Malcolm Brogdon isn't great defensively, and he's always hurt. But some of those guys, like I said, a Colin Sexton, I wouldn't mind. Like a Karis LeVert, I wouldn't mind. Even a Jordan Clarkson, I wouldn't mind, even though he's a chucker. But they got to be careful here, man, because they're running out. I'm just getting tired of the Lakers spending all their 2025 through 2030 money, you know what I mean, in picks to help save this team. Like at some point, man, they got to stop doing that. Brandon says CP3 out 4 to 6 weeks hurts his value. They're not trading for the player, though, Brandon. They're trading for the contract. His money can come off the books at the end of the year. You free that money up. So CP3, Kuminga, and other parts and pick. I'm not sure Chicago's going to get more value there. Chicago trades for CP3, they probably buy him out. So they're not trading for the player. They're trading to get the salary relief of removal of Zach LaVine's contract from their books, man. Love Search, he's the man. Same for Jeff, man. These guys are awesome. Hey, thank you, Dan. Man. Quite a squad and a crew we got, man. Appreciate you too, man. Love is love with you too, Dan. You know what it is. We got the GOAT in the building tonight, man. Make sure if you haven't already, and like I said, unless you're living under a rock and you found YouTube for the first night in history and you're a Laker fan, head on over to Dan the Laker Fan channel, man. The best in the business over there. Appreciate you spending time over here, brother. Jordan Smith, 2-0 against the Clippers. Can't be mad at that. 2-0 against the Clippers, 3-0 against the Suns, too. I'm telling you, the wing depth is a real thing, man. What's crazy is Russ might get an all-defensive first team this year. He's been solid defensively. He has. He just gambles too much, but he has been solid. If Chris Paul gets traded, he'll be a Laker from the buyout market, I believe. Judah, that's possible. The Clippers are possible, too. We'd have to wait and see on that. And oddly enough, he could then, at that point, go back to Phoenix because it will be his second trade and then a buyout. So he could theoretically go back to Phoenix or go to a team like Milwaukee, Clippers, Lakers. He'll have more suitors this late in the season. I wouldn't say that the Lakers are a slam dunk to get him, but would be possible, as well as the other teams that I mentioned. What's crazy is Bev and Mo Bamba were traded for one another. Now they teammates 6 months later. Hey, that's the business in the NBA, and that's how things go. It's not too uncommon. There's guys who play against each other, become bitter rivals, hate each other, and are teammates the next year too. So this stuff always happens, man. Always happens. Zach for $48 million. I don't know if there's a worse contract. Yeah, that one's pretty bad. That one is pretty bad. I just wouldn't want that one, man. For whoever thinks AD ain't worth all that money the Lakers are paying him, I promise you other teams will throw a bag at him. Absolutely. They throw bags. They throw multiple first-round picks. that's why I said if the Lakers ever get to a point where they say, okay, look, we're blowing this up, they've got pieces. Oh, I just watched that Braun replay again of that dunk. Hold on. I want to see Harden's face again in real time. Hold on 1 second. Let me run this back. Harden's walking away. Hold on. Let me see this. Harden walking away, looking back like, bro, you just did that? Like, oh, that was nuts. Man, shout out LeBron James tonight, man. But yeah, that's right. The Lakers have a way out to reset here. The Warriors don't have one really. So like the Lakers can be like, okay, we're blowing this up. Everything's gone. We're blowing this up. And they have pieces to go get assets and get out from money and clear the deck. Like they have all that. So that's why I said the Lakers, while they're struggling now, they're still in prime position for the future. Let's go on a 6-game winning streak. Let's do it. Man. I hope so, man. Absolutely hope so. Because in order to do that, man, like I said, winning cures all. And also, like I said, losses tend to bring more pain and drama around. When you start winning, things go away. That's what I'm saying. Has he lost the locker room? Maybe he has. But maybe a 3 or 4 game winning streak turns things around, and all of a sudden guys are more tuned in again. So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. You know what I mean? The reports are conflicting, and I'm going to have to wait and see. You like to think in your heart of hearts that if the Lakers felt that getting killed by the Clippers tonight would free them of Darvin Ham, you might have think they would have sacrificed tonight and did that if they really wanted him gone that bad. Being disjointed and a disconnect doesn't necessarily mean the locker room is lost. But again, it could be. But what I'm saying is that that doesn't mean that. You know what I mean? But just have to wait and see it play out. Man, AD versus PG was an amazing matchup. Locked him up a couple of times. Yeah, because that length and his ability to move his feet. PG couldn't get to his spots. PG is such an incredible ball player, man. He is filthy. But I'm watching a possession right here where LeBron is just absolutely bodying up Kawhi. But then Kawhi spots Terrence Mann in the corner, and Austin Reeves is giving him like 7 feet of space. So Kawhi is just trying to get around Braun, can't, and then hits Terrence Mann with a dime, and Austin Reeves is running for his life trying to catch up to him. And it doesn't work. And that's what's frustrating. Austin needs to stick to his guy more. Twitter is the worst place to be. I say players should not have social media if they're hoping to toxic. Yeah, social media is tough in general for people with not strong mentalities, man. Thoughts on Ham's comments on fans living and dying by every game? He used the wrong words. I get what he meant by it's a marathon. I believe that he was right about. But as far as people living and dying with every game, that's just him not understanding the moment. And that's him not understanding how much pressure comes with this job. I mean, I'm sure he understands this. He's feeling the pressure, but he's got to understand that he's got to choose his words more better. Like I said, a quote along the lines of, look, I know you guys are frustrated. We're frustrated. We want to win more. You guys want to win more. I need to coach better. We need to be playing better. We need to defend better, shoot better. But it's a marathon, and I'm confident we'll get this right in time. Like, if he just did something like that, I don't think anyone would be tripping. But because some of the things he says, while he's correct, his way of saying it doesn't come off like it should. So that's on him. I know you don't really follow much baseball, but great move by the Dodgers to get the Oscar. A great teammate and a great bat. Yeah, the Oscar is a great pickup, man. Great pickup. Like I said, I knew this was done Thursday. Started teasing it this morning, but it wasn't my news to break. But pretty much it was done. Just working out deferrals Thursday night. Got completed, and he's here. And again, they're not done, man. They're not done. Some arms are on the way. Did someone say my name? I mean, Tina, you're doing a great job today, man. Good job. Tina's solid, man. She's great with basketball. She knows baseball. Good person to have in the chat here, man. Appreciate you pulling up. Thank you, Tina. Lakers defense was on lockdown. How did you like AD defense on PG? I have to put defense. Yeah, no, he was great. Like, I just spoke on that. He was great. Their defense overall was great, except for the couple of times closing out on 3-point shots and fouling 3-point shots because Braun was over gambling on the cheat side to help protect Austin, who refuses to close out on shooters. But outside of that, I think it was pretty solid for most of the game, man. And yeah, JHS is real young, man. He's too young. Derek Fisher was super underrated. Well, not just super underrated, man. He sacrificed his game. Like the Derek Fishers, the Byron Scotts, the James Worthys, like these dudes. Well, James Worthy's a Hall of Famer, but like I said, the Robert Ory's, the Byron Scotts, the Derek Fishers, all these guys of the world sacrificed their game to a lesser extent to be good role players, championship level role players on chip teams. Like, you need that. And I think people think that if you don't get a star in the draft, that you don't draft well. But if you get your stars through, which the Lakers always do, through trades, free agency, then all you got to do is draft solid role players there on out, and you've got the makings of a title team. And I think people undervalue the ability to draft and find really long-term good role players in the draft. So with that being said, how old are you? 100 push-ups daily. Everyone loves Derek Fisher except for Matt Barnes. Actually, they're cool now. They're actually cool now. And he's coaching Matt Barnes' kids at Crespi High School. And the reason he's coaching is because the kids go there. And Matt Barnes supports it. So they're actually cool now. JHS is only 20 years old. I know people's expectations are wild, man. Sub to my brother, Empire Jeff. Hit that like button, Lakers fan. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. You heard the GOAT, man. Come on, sub up, hit the like button, turn on notifications, man. We working hard over here, man. Empire Jeff TV, Dan the Lakers fan, me's the GM. My man Cristo over here with the endless graphics, man. Court Kings is a movement. Trust us, man. 2024 is our year, man. I got the best team in the world. We got the best team in the world. We're part of the best team in the world, man. It's incredible, man. I'm so blessed to be linked up with the people I'm linked up and looking for great things in 2024. One of those things, obviously, is to grow this channel. So listen to my man Dan here, man. Hit the like button. Greatly be appreciated. Absolutely helps out the content. Talking about AD. Okay, cool. I figured. I'm a little late catching up to these. Sorry, guys. Curry being traded, the same amount of hope that AD gets traded. Not going to happen. There may be a time where AD does get traded. That may happen. I don't think Steph ever will, but there could be a time in the future when it just makes sense to move him because the Lakers might not be good at that time. So it makes sense to move him. Jeff reads every comment, even mine, which half of the time he should. You might be onto something here, man. You might be onto something. Sorry, Jeff, my bad. No, you're good. I'm just playing. You're just playing. You know me. I don't take nothing serious, man. You know what it is. We missed you yesterday on Around the League with DTLF. Dan, the Lakers fan. Let's go, Lakers. Oh, man, I appreciate it. But you know what? There's a lot of great people out there, man, that deserve a chance as well. And I never would have gone on Around the League if Dan didn't give me a chance, right? And Dan didn't make room for me. So far be it for me to ever be a gatekeeper, especially for someone as great as WSN, man, because WSN is great. I tell him all the time, you should be on more panels. He's great. So I appreciate being missed. I appreciate people looking for me. But at the end of the day, sometimes it's good for me to sit back and watch the show too, as not as a co-host, and actually just watch it, as a fan, because originally I was a fan, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. I encourage it, and there'll be more of it. Around the league now, Dan's killing it. He's built that program up. It's 2 times a week. I'm not always going to be able to make both times, or even there'll be times where I miss both in the same week if I got something going on. So I love seeing other people shine on there. So like I said, I appreciate you saying you miss me and all. But for me, I just look at it as I'm happy for my brother WSN, right? I'm happy, my Mies, Chris, Dan, and WSN, they had a fire show, man, a fire show. Who knows if that show would have been that good if I was on it. So appreciate it. But at the same time, I'm a fan first. I'm a fan before I'm a host, and absolutely love the show. So they did great work as always, man. Okay, let's see. Make sure I don't skip over any comments here before JS comes to me, man. You both my proteges, just waiting. Let's see. Super Mo, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Call me crazy. I don't think the first available on trade market are solution. Unless there's like a super crazy buyout option, but I think a trade is definitely needed, man. If Chris Paul gets bought out, would you be interested in signing him to a vet minimum off the bench? My thing isn't his talent, just his injuries. We need another vet. So I like him because he could be Rondo-ish as far as pushing people and getting on people's nerves, but pushing to get them to do what they need to do. I wouldn't mind him at the vet minimum, especially because we need a point guard. So I wouldn't mind it, but I wouldn't trade for him. No, but as a minimum after a buyout, absolutely. But like I said, he'll have other suitors and he'll have other options. Jeff wants CP3 to get bought out. If that happens, banana boat. It might happen, man. I'm waiting for Kyrie again. Oh God, no, Supermo, that's not happening, man. Isn't AD going to be paid like $60 million 1 year, man? That's crazy money. Yeah, that's crazy money, man. But if that's going to be routine by that time. You're gonna see guys being 60, 70 million in a handful of years, especially after that next TV deal kicks in. AD having his best year since 2020, but he definitely earned his reputation for the last 3 seasons due to injuries and inconsistencies, as well as ailing offensive back. Yeah, but I mean, he was paying the bubble tax, man. In 2021, he was just worn down. 2022, like same thing. Now he's got his footing back. Remember, everyone was giving him hell for not playing or not. They tell him to chill during the offseason. And he did. He got his body right, his mind right, and he's dominating right now, man. He's hardly missed a game, and he's playing through everything. So shout out to him. I still get nervous every time he goes down, but to be honest, he paid the bubble tax, and it took a while for him to get his feet back from under him. Literally, I was impressed when Austin blocked Kawhi's first all-team defense. He just got good timing there, man. Brogdon would be a nice pickup for the Lakers. Man, he's injured too often, doesn't play a lick of defense. And honestly, D'Lo had a better playoffs than him last year, if you look it up. So he's not great in the playoffs. He's often hurt. Brogdon is a solid player, but he's inconsistent too. I'm gonna go to bed. Maybe we can get another mod to surpass my one day. Surpass me one day. Not until you're willing to pass the torch, Search. Have a good night, brother. Thank you. We appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Ham, this is LA, not Milwaukee, where no one cares. You got a point there. Everyone shout out Search. There we go. To be honest, I don't really take post-game seriously, man. Guys are human. Sometimes you let the emotions go. Fans, for some reason, expect players to be robots. Yeah, no, I agree with it. I don't take every report seriously. I don't take how people act after a game seriously. So if D'Lo didn't talk to reporters, to me, that's not a big deal. He was there. He was engaged. He had a good game. Maybe the dude had to use the bathroom, man. Like I said, it could be something as silly as that. I'm dead serious. We love being here because you know your stuff. You're a calming presence for the fans. Hey, thank you. And you know what? That's my objective, man. I really want to be a calming presence. I want to be the one that makes people see the bigger picture. I just kind of speak the game through my eyes. And I appreciate that because that's exactly what I strive to be. And like I said, it's funny because my wife and my family and my friends who've known me to be impatient in the past, I had to really tell myself, like, I got to stop letting it affect me so much. You know what I mean? And that's why I tell people, like, at the end of the day, it's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to to have it like really mess with your night. But to have it destroy my night, to make me like ignore my wife and be a worse husband, or like be closed offish and like antisocial because the Lakers lost. Like at the end of the day, man, like I'm not gonna do that. I got responsibilities, I got people I care about, and I want my energy to affect them. So do I want the Lakers to win every game, man, but I know it's not, I know it's not realistic, and I want them to play hard every game. I know that's not realistic. But at the end of the day, I'm very passionate. That's why I get on here and do this every day. So if anyone thinks I'm not passionate because I don't throw fits, they're tripping. I just have my way of dealing with it. My way of dealing with frustration is covering the game. That's my way of dealing with it. And it's helped me because, like I said, I've been there. I've been frustrated. I've had a Lakers loss or a Laker playoff loss that's wrecked like a whole summer for me or a week for me. You know what I mean? The whole week to a whole summer for me. But that don't happen to me anymore. That don't happen to me no more. I got past it. Said Ron Harper Jr. Who Lakers play Tuesday? That's a good point. I don't even know, to be honest. Still waiting to purchase my Otani Yamamoto jersey, Jeff. Brandon, come on, man. I'll talk to you after the fact. I got you. None in stock right now, bro. None in stock right now. When AD said he hasn't touched a ball in 2 months, the truth is most players be off the summer when they're off. They're just off. Just bad timing. Yeah, well, his doctors are telling him. So when people tell him he hasn't touched a ball in 2 months, that's because he was working on his body, man. He was getting his body right, getting proper rest, and then building up his core and doing these things that were leading to the injuries. So when he said that, he didn't say that in any type of shame of being lazy. He was putting the work in, just not on the court. Bron goes a lot of time every year without touching a ball. It's all about conditioning and getting his body and his mind right. And that's what AD was doing. But people, again, take a snippet, take a portion of it, don't know the entire story. They run with it, and this is what happens. I don't do that stuff. Let me put LOL Jess. So Jess doesn't think I skipped his comment. Found it funny when Dan said he gets messages that he more entertaining when he gets mad than when teams are winning and he's happy. No, I'll be the first to say that. When Dan gets mad, it's funny. I don't want him to be upset, but at the same time, it's funny. Like there's certain dudes when they start losing their shit, it's entertaining. I don't want them to be that upset. I don't want their blood pressure to be risen, but it is quite entertaining. I'm not going to lie. And when he's mad, he's funny. So it's like, maybe one day you guys will see me on that level. I doubt it, but you'll see me upset and frustrated, but never. But it's funny, man. Schroeder and RJ going to try to kill our backcourt. Oh, it is Toronto. There you go. Thank you. They're definitely going to. RJ had a good game tonight, man. They did. He did. Mid-range jumper opens AD game, makes him dangerous. Yeah, when his mid-range is wet, oh my God, man, he's a problem for the league. My thing with AD was his decline in his offensive bag. That's something that tells lack of practice. If you put in work, it will show he should kept working on his shot and it wouldn't have left him. Yes and no. When you're also the biggest, most important part of your jump shot is your legs, though controversial. And when his legs is shot from being the primary defender and being the best defender in the league, in my opinion, and having to overplay on so many points of defense, then your legs are going to suffer from that. Your lift isn't as good. Your release isn't. You're releasing early because you're trying to make up for the lost lift. There's a lot of things that lead to that. And fatigue was one of them, along with injuries. So while I would say that his offense did suffer, I think that's the main reason why. I don't think it was necessarily a lack of work. I think it was from a lack of an overcommitment on defense, and he just got worn out. Jeff throwing fits in his dreams. I bet I used to play the same game over in 2K to see if I can beat the team. Beat them. Yo, I used to do that, man. I used to do that. I'll punish a team that just beat me, man. Let it beat us, man. I used to do that, but I haven't played games in a long time. So, but I remember doing that back in the day. Back when I used to hoop on NBA Live. What you know about it, man? I never was a 2K guy. I was an NBA Live guy. That's how long it's been since I played video games. Dan Matt is different. That PSF app, Dan was looking like you're going to hurt someone. You're right. Oh, Jeff loves when I'm mad. Oh, Brandon, when you're mad, it's comedy. When you're mad, it's comedy. You are walking, talking like when you're angry, it's fine. It's funny as hell. You throwing tantrums, you angry might be one of my favorite things. That's a fact. I can't believe it. Dan got a Clipper fan on the phone call Friday. He was respectful. Go Lakers. Like, I snuck up on him. And the guy wasn't a jerk about it either. He wasn't a jerk. It was kind of the perfect balance. And they talked their trash respectfully, but they were both also realistic. And that was cool. That actually was funny. I liked it when Dan booted him off the screen, but didn't like kick him out permanently and then brought him back. I thought that was funny. That was cool. Dan knows how to work the room, man. He knows how to entertain. The Max Vision. What's going on? Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. Lakers still need another rebounder and 3-point shooter. I agree. Another critique why AD's injuries were alarming was because it affects Bron's chances in time. And the fact, sorry, he thought he could turn to AD because AD was young. Sorry, man. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck I'm reading here. And the fact he thought he could turn to AD because AD was young, he got hurt at 28, 30, which is a prime. Unfortunate, to be honest. Yeah, sorry, I butchered that in the beginning. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And Bron thought that he could ride his energy throughout the season and turn it up. And it was a struggle because he couldn't do that for about 2 years. Live 95 for Sega was my debut into games. Maybe NBA Jam, but that's not 5-on-5, though. Love the NBA Jam. But NBA Live 95? Oh, my God. NBA Live 95, man. Oh, my God. That was it for me. Max Corner's threes are wet. Yeah, it is, but his pump fakes, though, man. He gets caught up on the pump fake on defense. He's got to be a little bit more disciplined. Refs don't seem to show him any love either. He's got to earn the respect of them, and that's something that's going to come in time. But being in the Heat, those Michigan State guys usually do pretty well in the league. I think he'll be able to carve out something. He just needs a little bit more work. Yo, we got 60 likes in the building tonight, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much. We got up to 844 subs tonight during tonight's stream, but on that note, man, I'm going to go and shut it down, man. I did 2 streams tonight. I'm going to do a Dodger video tomorrow, so I appreciate you guys for pulling up. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. So thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, man. I appreciate the Lakers' effort tonight. I appreciate everyone who dropped a like on the video. I appreciate everyone who's a new sub. If you haven't done so already, like I said, please sub to the channel. Drop a like on the video. Leave a comment in the comment section after the fact. Let me know what you think about it. Thank you for the super chats. And just everyone have a good rest of their Sunday, man. Let me get this last couple ones here. I'll never forget Dan's Russell Westbrook is finally gone video. Couldn't tell if he was happy or angry. Dude was letting all his emotions out on that video, putting the body bag. Yeah, man. Dan is very passionate. I love and respect that, man. Absolutely love and respect it. Thank you, Tina. Thank you for your compliments. And most important, thank you for your time. No, I get you, Brandon. But on that note, I'm going to shut it down, man. Appreciate you guys again. You guys have a safe, good rest of your Sunday night. Last Sunday in the NFL was tonight, man. Playoffs next week. Y'all have a great Monday, safe Monday. I will catch you guys on here tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe. Go Lakers. Lakers got to win. 2-0 against the Clippers. Still got some work to do, but I'm here for it, man. Y'all have a good one. Be safe. Have a good one.